Time this right. Intro video, baby. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's just kick in. Let's do the old school intro. You want to do the old school intro? And I have not seen that intro in a million years. Triggs, what is up, my
Dude,
dude?
yeah, I mean, it's been a
It's
minute
been a minute.
since
It's a minute, baby. It's
it's
been
I
a
mean, it's
minute.
just been a minute.
Yeah, yeah. It's good to see you, brother. Hey, everybody, if you're on, I know we're doing this kind of late, but Brian probably won't be here. It's already 11 o'clock for him. Derpy probably might jump on, but if not, it's fine. Yeah, we're just coming back, man. I myself have been on a really long, weird, all over the place kind of vacation. We'll talk about it in a bit. And yeah, everybody's just been catching up, summertime stuff. Triggs, it's good to see you, my dude. Hope you're doing good.
Yeah, man. Good. Yes and no. Yes, happy, healthy. My marriage is still going great, and like I'm around my beautiful dogs and stuff like that.
Mhm.
I actually just moved again. For anyone who tunes into this channel, this is a very, very common thing with me. I'm like a little gypsy. I'm
Yeah,
constantly
no
moving.
kidding, man.
Uh, Uh, yeah, dude, but the reasons why I move so often are like so fucking crazy. Like it's ridiculous, dude. And this time why me and Audrey moved was because our landlord at the old house that we were at was just so fucking insufferable, dude.
Yep.
So she ended up by her own actions pushed me and my wife out, right?
That was super weird.
We had a leak with the AC, and the leak ended up getting really bad. And it was in one of the hallways in our first floor, and it collapsed some of the ceiling. And when we told them about it, they essentially blamed it on us and said that we ran the AC too hard. And we were like, "You fucking serious?" And it was just a poorly maintained AC unit. And so like ended up just getting really, really bad. And they tried like throwing a whole bunch of stuff at us, and we were kind of just like, you know what, man, like we're just
We're
gonna
gonna
kick
burn.
rocks and
Yeah.
we're gonna take off. And so we ended up finding a new place, a new place like really, really soon. And the last day that we tried moving out, um, they ended up locking like the whole house. Like, and there's a bunch of gates to get inside of the house. They locked all those gates. We couldn't get inside, and so we had to call the cops. And like they like escorted us through the house. We cleaned up the house, and we ended up getting the last bit of our stuff. But it was like it's fucking dog hot, and like then I couldn't go because they thought like I was a threat. And dude, it was just a whole fucking thing. And my God, man, like it was one of those times that like where Audrey actually needed to rein me in. Like usually I'm pretty good with a lot of things, and I can kind of hold myself together, especially when I'm very, very frustrated. But this time I because like they were
Such
just
bitches,
the
such
way that they were
assholes, man.
like conducting themselves with my wife, dude, I was yeah, dude, I was super upset. And like
I would have been
and
pissed too.
and this is one of the like I said, one of the very few times where Audrey really yeah, dude, really, really needed to rein me in. And dude, even my mom wanted smoke, dude, because my
Fuck yeah,
parents ended
dude.
up helping us go on like go and help us move and stuff like that, dude. And like my mom asked the lady, like, hey, we're gonna leave this here. Do you mind if we like come back and get this? And like the lady just blew her off. Right. And so she was like, well, like if it's still here, then it's still here. And I don't know what to tell you. So she was just like, it's fine. You don't have to tell me shit then. Like, bro, dude, my mom was on it, bro. And
That's
I was
funny.
just like, "God damn, mom, like fucking, it's getting a little cloudy over here, dog." Dude, man, my mom was on it,
I mean,
and
that's fucking crazy though, man. The whole situation
yeah,
is
yeah,
nuts.
dude, yeah, man, yeah, it was a fucking shit show, dude. But throughout all that, myself and Audrey, we came into a new place. We ended up finding a good common ground with some, issues that her and I have been having. And we were coming into this new place with like new energy and just we did some. brujeria, some huevos and some sage and stuff like that. We
Yeah,
searched the
really, man.
house, and, like, man, like we left that place and all that negativity there. And I was like, you know what, dude, like, yeah, man, we gotta be better, or we just gotta get the fuck away from all that. But you know what, dude? A few days later was the Switch 2 release. And
Yeah.
Audrey, yeah, man, and Audrey got herself a pre-order, so she
Nice.
was able to get herself a Switch 2. Um, my wife is like the fucking pre-order princess, dude. If there's a new thing coming out and she
You go.
pre-orders it, I guarantee you she's gonna get it. It's
Yo,
gonna
so did
happen.
you
She
guys do the
will.
whole waiting in
She.
line shit?
You goddamn right we did.
That's awesome.
You goddamn right we did, bro. And then that following morning, dude. That following morning, Audrey wanted to try and test her luck to try and get one more. And dude, we got one more, bro.
Oh fuck, dude. So you got two? God damn.
Yeah, man.
So
Yeah.
give us a breakdown, man. How the fuck you liking it? Eels, what it's up, my dude?
Dude, it's so this was like one of those things where like it really freaked the shit out of me because like you know how in this how with the old Switch the Joy Cons like they have like a little rail right
Mhm.
here, right? And
Guys,
this is
this one's
how like
magnetic,
you
right, or
like
some
you
shit?
you connect and disconnect. Yeah, so this one is magnetic, but there's a latch right here
Uh-huh.
that like releases it.
Good.
This little ribbon here would freak me out, dude. So like I I like when they were like, "Oh yeah, these things are just like magnetic." I was like, "Dude, that ribbon scares the piss out of me
Yeah, you're
because
gonna
like,
fucking
dude,
tear
like
it right
imagine
off,
all
right?
those broken little ribbons and stuff like that." Like not just that, but like kids, dude. I mean, kids are brutal with
Oh
stuff,
yeah,
man.
they're fucking little shits.
And so like the fact that there's like this little latch, yeah, the fact that there's like this little latch and stuff like that that like you can disconnect and reconnect everything is pretty cool. I like it. It makes me feel a little bit better, about everything, but still kind of like, a little bit nervous,
Yeah, I was gonna say
but
the
I mean,
ergonomics. How do
we
they feel? The ergonomics and stuff.
honestly, man, over the old Switch, I like it, right? It reminds me a little bit of my Steam Deck.
Oh,
My
okay.
Steam Deck's ergonomics are like honestly second to none.
Damn, you
Um,
got like every fucking
I
portable
like
known to
the
man. Jesus
Switch.
Christ.
Oh, dude, honestly, I'm not gonna lie, with especially with the new Xbox ROG Ally, I kind of want to get one of those.
Xbox
And a
what are?
PlayStation Portable. Yeah, dude, the new Xbox State of Play was today.
Oh yeah,
And
yeah, yeah.
they
There's a
they
lot of
they
trailers going off, dude.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man. And we'll touch on a couple of things if you'd like. There's a couple of things that I saw that I was super excited for. One of them being is the ROG Ally or the Asus ROG
Mm.
Ally X, but like that's in collaboration with Xbox, so it's the Xbox Ally. And
Oh, okay.
yeah, dude, it's essentially Xbox's, like
They're a
answer to
portable,
this.
right? Like,
Yeah,
yeah,
because
they're
you know
portable.
how PlayStation has their PlayStation Portal,
Mhm.
and yeah. So, but that like to answer your question, I do like it. It feels really really nice in the hand. It's obviously heavier, but my biggest gripe that I would really really have to say about the Switch 2 is the expandable storage. For those who do not know, if you have a micro SD card, not all of them will work on it.
Oh shit.
Yeah, the Switch 2s, they use micro SD Express cards, which
Shit.
are a more
They have their own.
powerful
They
like
have their own style,
SD
right?
card and stuff like that.
Derpy, what's up, my
It's
dude? Good
it's
to
not
see you.
proprietary.
Yeah,
Hey,
Derpy
what's going
just
on,
jumped
Derp?
on.
Um,
What's
good,
up?
good,
What's
good.
up, guys?
It's
What's
not
up, Brian?
proprietary like with Sony or anything like that, but it's just you need to have more powerful like components, like if you're going to use them for the Switch 2. Which I mean, if you're going to spend $500 essentially
Yeah,
on
I was
this
about to
thing,
say,
then
Derp. Are you?
you
Do
know,
you have a Switch 2 yet or no?
No, I'm gonna get the Xbox
You gonna
handheld.
get one though?
I'm gonna get the Xbox handheld over the Switch too.
Hey, yo, what's up, Miguel? Good to see you. I know we're jumping in kind of late. Derpy, I know it's late for you too. We won't keep you up too late unless you want to hang out. We're just shooting the shit. Triggs had some house issues. Motherfuckers got locked into his house, which is wild as fuck to hear. Or gated community.
yeah, dude.
Yeah, the valley's wild. thinking that they're over here
Yeah,
fucking
dog.
doing the Lord's
It
work.
was. Yeah, man. It was nuts, bro. Nuts.
Eels
Like,
Eels asks,
like
yo,
literally one of those.
your Switch don't have the broken screen or stapled screen?
Dude, okay, yeah. All right. So the day that the Switch 2 launched, there was a Best Buy in Staten Island that received their pallet of Switches, right? And so this Best Buy thought it was the fucking excellent idea to staple the receipts to the Switches. Well, what they did is how they were packaged, they stapled them and like some of the staples
It
went
was a
through the
GameStop.
box and punctured the
Eels says it's a
screen.
GameStop, but still, like, nonetheless, that's fucking. So they fucked up a bunch of
I heard it.
Switches.
I wasn't it. I could have
That's
sworn it was a
hilarious.
Best Buy in Staten Island.
Man, that's wild, man.
That's
But yeah, it
hilarious.
was somewhere over in New
Fucking
York. But
funny, dude.
still, dude, yeah, yeah. And I was just like, dude, I would be fucking raging,
If you guys
bro.
haven't tried it yet,
Raging.
fucking
I haven't got a
Sprite
Switch
tea.
2 yet though. I'm planning on getting the Xbox handheld though.
Yo, if you guys
Over
haven't
the
tried
Switch.
this shit, you guys gotta try it.
What is it?
Sprite and tea.
Interesting.
Sprite and tea.
Yeah,
A
they
la
just
verga.
released.
I
Is that
don't
the
know-
new
I don't know.
Arnold Palmer?
Motherfucker, it is. It is so fucking good, dude. Fucking, it's
Is
good.
is that the new Arnie Palmy?
Yeah. It's
This is
just
the
a
new
literally a
trend.
sparkling Arnold Palmer, dude. Arnie Parney.
It's
Boys,
the
I
new
feel like
trend.
Dude,
I feel like I haven't seen you
Palmy,
guys
dude.
in a minute, man. I had the opportunity to go out.
Dude, it's been a
and see
minute. Yeah,
some
man.
shit.
You were over.
I was all over the fucking place,
Yeah,
dude.
over in
So
Vegas?
Yes, he was.
we
Yeah,
did
dude.
San Jose. My guy went out there. We didn't get the win, but in my opinion, I thought we won the first and the third round. In the video, you can, in my opinion, you can plainly see that the first round is ours. The second one, the guy came back pretty well, but the third one, he couldn't keep up with my fighter. My fighter fucking leaves the ring. And like we said, we went straight to Vegas the next day. Like we were out and about doing shit and we were back to training. That dude had to be carried out by his girlfriend. So I don't know what fucking
Dang.
watch. I don't know what fight they're watching, but you know, we put
A
it
la
down, baby.
verga, dude.
We put it down. But yeah, actually, it was really, really cool. Shout outs to Derpy and Brian. They held it down for us last week with a Michael Betancourt. You guys were on the cast with Michael Betancourt, right?
I was on there for like 10 or 5 minutes.
So, but yeah. Either way, I still appreciate you guys for jumping on. I know you guys were up for like maybe like an hour or so, right? So
Yeah.
appreciate you guys. We went out and we did fights in San Jose, and then the boys, they had to deal with my fucking grandpa ass wanting to go tourist shit. So we got to go to Alcatraz, and that was like the fucking coolest thing for me, bro. The coolest thing. Because why? Because
Any
being a
huntings?
fucking gamer, Mob of the Dead, fucking Warzone Insurgents.
Any
We were
huntings,
there,
my
dude.
friend?
What's up?
Did you get spooked a little bit?
Did I get to spook a little bit?
Did you get spooked a little
Oh,
bit with all
fuck
the
no,
hunting?
dude. I had a hard on the whole time. What are you talking about? They had
You
to
know
keep
that's
all the
like
people away from me. I got an
thousands and
erection.
thousands of ghosts there, right?
Is that what it is? Because you know what's even funnier than that? Like my best friend Christella, right before I go out to this place, I send her a video. And of course, I was keeping you guys all posted up by posting videos and all that shit. She's like, "Well, be careful, dude, because you never know." And I was like, "The fuck? There's no prisoners there. What the fuck are you talking about?" And
That
she's
place
like,
is
"Well,
haunted.
there could be like bad juju." And I was like, "I'm about that shit. Bring it, bitch. I'll fucking scare the ghosts or whatever."
Yeah,
in
dude.
my
Now
house.
you need a huevito, dude.
Yeah. Now I need a little bit of
So
that.
now you're gonna
sage.
need a huevito, dude.
No, I
Yeah,
was
man.
not
Okay,
scared. I was so
it's okay. You cleanse yourself with Sprite tea.
I was dude, for
Yeah.
real, like on the real, I was so happy and intrigued and blown away by just being there, like seeing it all in person.
I would too.
Yeah. I was literally like, it was so dumb. I felt so dumb because I'd be there and I'd be like, oh, that's where the fucking Juggernog is. Oh, that's where the Pack-a-Punch is. And all the old people are just looking at me like, what the fuck are you talking
Yeah,
about?
40-something-year-old guy, like, sir, can you
Talking
shut the
about a
fuck
fucking
up,
video
bro?"
game. The Pack-a-Punch. This is where they gassed everybody. They were like, what the fuck you talking about? This is a cafeteria, asshole. Like,
Sir, you need to leave.
you need to leave, sir. But it was really cool. Like, I had a great time. If you're ever in the San Francisco area and you have like $50, I would recommend going there. They do this awesome, like, like a headphone thing you can kind of wear, and it walks you around. You get to do some really good stuff. Such a fun tour. After that, we went back, of course, got ready for the fights. Did really great. My student did awesome. And then after that, the next day, got the plane, took off, went to Vegas, got to train. We even had the opportunity to go tour and work out at the UFC PI gym, which I was telling people about. We ran into Marab, ran into Forrest Griffin, Nina Drama, ran into a bunch of athletes, bro. And
Oh
then we
my
got to
god,
do,
dude, Forrest Griffin.
yeah,
Fuck
dude.
yeah, dude.
That was like probably
Oh my
like
god, man.
one of the top things for me, of course, running into him. So really, really, really fucking
Yeah,
cool.
Forrest Griffin was one. Yeah, Forrest Griffin was like one of my favorite fighters. You know, like when I first started getting into UFC, like the real early 2000s and stuff. And
Yep.
yeah, I mean, that guy was fucking amazing, dude.
Yeah, being able to meet him and introduce myself and all that stuff was such a highlight of the trip. And just
Oh yeah, I bet.
yeah, dude, it was super cool. And then our boys Elias and Gilbert Urbina, they were out there. We went to go visit them, and it was really, really good.
Did you get the bet?
Huh?
On your trip, did you get the bet in Vegas?
Oh, okay. So for me, like, I don't do any betting or any gambling. And the guys wanted to take me to like the adult stuff, and I wasn't about it either. I was real vanilla about it. But one of my guys actually, he won $8,000 on a bet for baseball.
There you go. There we go.
Yeah, he did a parlay or something. I don't know what it's called.
Yeah. So a parlay is not you're betting on a particular thing to happen in the game. You're not necessarily betting for like win or lose. Like the last John Jones fight, if I had bet on the parlays and on John Jones's win, because I think John Jones at the time was like negative 1,300. But his parlays, his first round parlays were like plus 3,000. And
wow.
it was like ridiculous, dude. Yeah. So had I bet on his parlays because I wanted to bet that he was going to get a first round knockout, a first round TKO, and first round takedown. Had I bet on both of those parlays plus his win, I think I would have come out with like $4,000, 3,500, and that would have been off of like a $300 bet. Yep. But yeah, like essentially parlays are just like you're betting on a particular thing to happen, for the outcome.
Nice.
So like I said, like sometimes sometimes it's just as something as like innocuous as like just a takedown or amount of takedowns per round, or
I think he voted on the Yankees.
First round knockouts.
I think he did the Yankees.
Dude,
did the Yankees play last week, Derpy?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they played my team.
Not last week.
But it had to be like on
was it last week or was it the week before?
Last week. Yeah, it had to have been last week. Yeah, because we were.
Yeah, no, it was last week. Yeah.
Do you know who they played?
Yeah, because
I don't remember who they played.
I can't remember.
I just remember the Yankees were playing last week, and that's who we bet on. But I got this cool from Alcatraz. I got this cool little stamped out cup.
Oh, look at that!
And of course,
cup.
It's so stupid, but of course, I got a fucking Alcatraz spoon.
No, they were either playing the Dodgers or they were either playing my team.
Yeah, I don't think it was the Dodgers. I think I would have recognized the Dodgers uniform, but yeah, I got a spoon because of like the history behind Alcatraz and the guys like digging themselves up. Man, dude, the distance. I tell motherfuckers now that's the wildest shit, Triggs and Derp. The distance from Alcatraz to the shore is super fucking far, ridiculously far by looking at it. Like, and you can imagine there was 9 dudes that made the track across that shit.
Yeah, but what was the temperature of the water though?
Well, okay, so when I was there, it was May, right? So the beginning of summer, and the water had to be in the 50s. They escaped during winter.
That's cold, They escaped during winter. I was about to be like, that's cold, but like doable, right?
And that's like just the whole story for Alcatraz was so fucking nuts, dude. The hole that they all like grew like Spooned Out was super fucking tiny. It looked like a shoebox, and these motherfuckers got out of that shit. It was nuts, dude. Just everything about it was like a cool experience. That's just what it is. Everything about it, like it's a prison. You know what I mean? Like you're gonna see all the prison shit. What makes it cool to me was like the video games, dude. Like I grew up with video games, so Mob of the Dead, Alcatraz, Insurgents from Warzone, or The Rock with the was it the fucking
Nicolas Cage.
Nicolas Cage, right?
Yeah.
Like those, all that shit was like, it all kind of like came to fruition when I was in that moment. And man, it was so fucking dope. So dope. Yeah, then we did,
especially from somebody who like intakes media that way. I'm sure it was a pretty surreal thing to like finally be at Alcatraz, right?
baby,
you could be like, oh, this is where Nicolas Cage shot that dude in the face,
Yeah, 100%. I remember when
shit,
my two students, they're not like gamers or anything like that. So I mean, they're casuals, right? But they're not like super intrigued by it. I remember I'm walking into one of the rooms and I'm like, oh, on this side, there's going to be this and this because it's an Insurgents. You know what I mean? Like, I felt like I was like that. I was in the know, but it was so
shut the fuck up, dude.
Yeah. My boys, Andrew and Valerio, were probably like, cool, coach. Not cool at all. We're just walking around looking at weird shit. But it was so cool.
Shut the fuck up, dude. You're being weird.
yeah, pretty much. I'm over here yelling like, oh, this is where the AK is or whatever. Fucking people are like, AK, bitch. This is a prison. What are you talking about, my guy? This is where you buy back your team. I felt so dumb, dude. But it was awesome. It was really awesome. And like I said, like
that's good, man. That's good.
And then of course Vegas was cool. I didn't gamble, but of course like we got to go see like the sights. I got to see like the water show at the Bellagio. I got to go to like the cool markets or the cool like malls that only like rich people go to.
Did you get to go? Did you get to go off strip at all?
We went to this place. We went to Fremont, which is called Old Vegas.
Yeah, it's off strip. Yeah, it's all Vegas. Yeah, it's off trip.
And they have this like long rooftop that's got like lights and shit. Like it's all like a big LED screen.
Yeah.
And it's like a fucking 2 blocks long. And
yeah, dude.
It's so crazy.
I'm not like super like familiar with Vegas, but I've been a couple times.
Mm-hmm.
One of my friends, he lives out there. He's a security guard for the MGM properties.
Nice.
And yeah, so like if I ever do go again, I'll be able to stay at one of those properties for a little bit cheaper and stuff like that. And
that's so dope.
But yeah, dude, like at my other job. Oh, and I actually didn't even get to tell you, I was actually let go of my other job, so I'm no longer at the Poker House. Yep, I am currently unemployed, looking for another job.
Congratulations,
any Valley people. If you know of any
bartenders, like, congratulations.
Yeah, if you know of any bartender jobs, let me know. But yeah,
it's better than
like,
being yelled at, my friend.
That, like, I don't know. I'm yelled at a lot, so I'm a bartender. But yeah, dude, it's one of those things where I like all those people. I mean, like Vegas is like a second home to them. I mean, they're constantly gambling and shit like that. So it's one of those things where I'm kind of like, oh man, like I definitely want to go over there for like more fun. I like there's a couple of Michelin star restaurants there, and then I think a Gordon Ramsay restaurant is there too. And
I actually stayed like, I think it was like right across the street and 1 block down, the Gordon Ramsay spot. And then I had my first interaction with like a fucking fentanyl, like crackhead chick.
Oh no.
Yeah, that was pretty cool too.
Oh, for real?
It was super funny.
You had someone on the fence.
Yeah, dude, it was fucking wild, man. I'm walking down the strip where the Mirage is, and I think the Mirage is gonna get it's gonna get pulled soon. I think it's gonna get pulled down soon. But is it the Mirage? I think it's the Mirage. So like walking towards like the Mirage.
Are you talking about the dive, Vince? If so,
yo, what's up,
so, then yeah.
So like right where going towards the Mirage and going towards Treasure Island, they had like the walls kind of caved up because they're doing maintenance or work on the Mirage. I think they might be tearing it down. And they had like how they have like the fencing up and it's like kind of like scaffolding and that they have like people walk down the street, right? Well, I'm walking down this. It's like fucking 2:45 in the morning, and I'm just by myself. I'm just walking down the strip. I'm just trying to sightsee or whatever towards Treasure Island because a long time ago I stayed there with Raymond and our friend Steve-O and Justin. I want to take a picture just to kind of to show them like the old memories that we were there or whatever.
Yeah.
And dude, like
a little bit of nostalgia.
Yeah, just a little bit. Yeah, just a little bit with Raymond Orta, right? My friend that does comedy, right? I'm like a half a block down and there's no one on the street, and I'm like a mile and a half from my hotel or whatever. It's like way the fuck behind me. And I'm walking, there's like a Walgreens, like maybe by the end of the block. And right in the middle is a bus stop. And I just see this like the epitome of what you would think a crackhead is. Like a chick, like just screaming towards the street from the bus stop, like if she's arguing with someone. And I kind of like squint my eyes to be like, what the fuck? This bitch is being loud. And she's not talking to nobody. Yeah. There's nobody in front of her. And then she kept going on and on and on. And I was like, fuck, this bitch is going to be on some shit. She's going to be freaking out. And I was like, if I walk by her, what do I do? Like, do I fucking pimp slap this chick or?
Yeah, dude. Sometimes you got to give her mamadas, bro.
I was like, yo, like video games, bro. These hands are rated E for everyone, dude. Like I was ready, man. But yeah, I got to walk by her. She didn't say anything, but she was after I walked by her, she's screaming like crazy stuff. Like it's nuts, man. It was crazy nuts. But yeah, I got to deal with my first crackhead. It was really nice. What an experience. What an experience.
That's so funny. So I got to deal with my first crackhead, you know.
Yeah, you're like, I went out of Texas to fucking deal with a crackhead for the first
time. 10 out of 10 would recommend.
10 out of 10 would recommend. What an experience in Vegas, dude. Other than that, I think the weirdest situation that happened was when we were dude. I am guys, I am drastically scared of heights. Like that's what I know about myself, and I've known this for a long time. So for me to get in a plane like 3 times, like bro, I was good with God for the weekend. Like I was just like, yo, if God's gonna take me, like
dude, so for me, it's usually like if I'm gonna get on a plane, I'm usually not sober. I also have like a weird aversion to heights, and so yeah, if I'm getting on a plane, I'm either drinking on the plane or I'm drunk
doing something. Yeah, yeah. Dude. I remember one of my friends was like, "Yo, coach, I can get you a fucking if you want to fucking."
Because planes fall out of the fucking sky.
I was like, nah, man, I'm good. I'm good. I made my peace with God. If this is the way I go, at least I go out.
Nah, bro. I make my peace with Jesus by fucking slamming shots, dude. You know, you give me like 3 or 4 Jack and Cokes. After a while, I'm like, man, run this bitch to the ground, dude.
So we're leaving Vegas, right? And it's the day that the valley gets hit with that horrible like hailstorm. So we're supposed to be flying into that. And in my mind, it was like super early. And I was fucking telling the guys, I was like, yo, I think the plane's going to get held back because there's no way they're going to want to fly through hail. Right. So we get in the plane. And first off, it's like 20, 30 minutes late. They finally sit us in the plane and we're there. The plane kind of pulls up a little bit and it stops and it doesn't go out into the major part of the runway. And then all of a sudden the fucking pilot comes on and goes, hey guys, well, we got some problems. We're going to have to pull back a little bit. It's going to be a delay. And everyone's like, oh, like, you know what I mean? Like everybody's making some stupid sound. Motherfuckers, they open the door to the plane, Triggs, and like a bellow of smoke flies into the goddamn fucking cockpit. Like just like if someone like a wrestler was gonna come into the fucking plate, like if they were gonna throw someone's theme music, you know what I mean? And I'm just like, oh, that's a bitch. Like, what the fuck is going on?
That's the Final Destination stuff right there.
Yeah, that's some
dude. There
was some fuckery going on. So like the smoke comes into the room, and I'm kind of like, huh. And then one of my guys in the back was like, yeah, we just heard like this really weird knocking in the back, and the plane stopped. And I was like, huh. So I'm there sitting down.
That your friend mentioned about with the rapid crash.
The waitress or whatever is like, no worries, guys, just chill. Yeah, stay buckled up. We're all right. I like lean over because I'm in the middle row, and I lean over to look at what the pilot's doing. And I don't know what the fuck I see him do. I see him hit a button, and the fuel lodge. There's like a screen with the fuel. It just does this, boo, like the fuel just like empties out of the plane. And I was like, huh, that's not right or whatever. And then of course, like in a little bit later, it kind of fills up. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, well, maybe they just needed to refill the plane. That's like safety or whatever the fuck, right? Then all of a sudden, Triggs, like no bullshit, everything in the plane turns off. Everything in the plane. Like if it's just like if they just turn the power completely off, like someone just cut the power, and then like
Negative.
yeah, dude. My student was
No.
half asleep. My student was like kind of laying down, kind of chilling out because the plane was going to take off. And he wakes up and looks at me and goes, "Oh, coach, we're toast." Like that's all he said to me. And I was like, bro,
We're cooked, dude.
yeah, don't get the fuck out of here, dude. I'm just trying to make
Yeah,
it.
dude.
Man.
At that point, I'm yelling to the
Yeah, we're gonna
stewardess
get
like,
another
"Yo,
fucking
dude,
flight, man. We're gonna drive back home."
Jacks right now. I need
What about
all of
that
your Jack and
hotel?
Cokes right
Fuck.
fucking now.
Chris, about that hotel?
Yeah. What about it?
It closed its doors on July 24th, July 17th, 2024.
The Mirage or what?
The Mirage, but it's
Yeah,
reopening.
I figured.
It's reopening in 2027.
Yeah. I figured they were gonna drop it or do some renovations. Yeah, because it was just me and that crackhead. She was about to get fucking jumped. She was about to get that fucking 956 action on her. She didn't watch out. Send her ass back to the crack house, man. Yo, so we're in the plane. The plane completely turns everything off. There's no AC. There's no lights. There's no nothing. We're sitting in like a dark plane with just the lights from the fucking windows on, right? Then all of a sudden it turns on. And then all of a sudden everything starts getting better. And then the pilot comes on and goes, "All right, guys, thank you very much for whatever Avada Airlines. Thank you for this for your wait and patience. We just needed to reset everything on the plane. We should be all right and ready to go." I was like, "Bro, this isn't a fucking internet."
What is this?
server.
A fucking Windows patch? Like,
yeah, I was like,
Spirit Airlines?
Fuck no, you're not gonna tell me you just reset. You just unplugged the thing for 10 seconds and plugged it back in.
Fuck you, dude.
That sounds like a Spirit Airlines experience.
Dude, I was fucking joke.
Damn, dude, fucking.
I was nervous. I was like, well, if this is how God wants to take me, he's got a fucking sense of humor. I'll tell you that
Dude,
much.
fuck that, dude. God
yeah,
can
when
have
the
me
pilot came on, when the pilot came on and said all we needed to do was just reset it, I was like, fuck out of here, dude.
Like, what is this?
I do that with my
router or something like that,
dude. I was like, I do that with my iPad when it fucks up, dude.
Is that more
right, dude?
Sprite tea?
That was crazy. Yeah, it was wild, bro. It was wild. What'd you say, Derp?
Is that more Sprite tea?
No, it's straight water, brother. No, but that Sprite tea is really good. You guys got to try it, definitely. Vin says, "Crispy, if someone paid you
find it first
to be at the top of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, would you do it?" They have to pay me a lot,
I don't
man.
know.
They have to pay me a lot,
I don't
man.
know.
Is that by chance? Is that the hotel that goes up and then squares, and it's just like a big platform? They did like a badass square off
It's like
for
the tallest building in the world.
Yeah. I mean, I would do it. I wouldn't be happy. Yeah, but I would do it. I guess I would do it. Scared as shit, though.
It's that building from Mission Impossible 4.
I stopped that too, Derpy.
Wow.
I stopped that too. Other than that,
like the worst one.
Other than that, boys, what the fuck has been going on? I've missed a lot. 2 weeks, man. 2 weeks of stuff. Derps and I were talking. He hasn't even seen the last episode of Last of Us. I haven't yet. What's up? How's it going, Joanne? It was a great weekend. Vegas was awesome. Then we got home, went to the TFL fights, MMA fights, South Padre Island. Got to enjoy ourselves with some of the fighters in the team and got to see a bunch of action. Super good. And then today, I'm so sorry, guys. That's why I was late. I was helping our boys at Combat Cult. They had a really great wrestling event. So I was out there, doing my mamadas.
No, you just wanted to skip everything and not.
Yeah, I just wanted to go to Chuck E. Cheese and shit and do dance or whatever. but
but
it was good.
Fucking Chuck E. Cheese, dude.
Chuck E. Cheese,
Chuck
bitch.
E. Cheese is fire, though.
Hey, yeah, Five Nights at Freddy's coming out soon, baby, part 2. But what do we got going on? Like, what shit did we miss?
Dude, speaking of, bro, I'm actually super happy that you said that. Five Nights at Freddy's. So Five Nights at Freddy's is actually going to have their haunted house in Orlando at Universal this year, along with Fallout. Fallout is also going to have a Universal haunted house. Guess where I will be?
Yo, fucking
at those haunted houses.
Good shit. When
so I'm actually me and the wife, September and October is going to be a very, very busy month for the two of us. We will be traveling. We're going to be going to Tacoma for Sleep Token We're gonna go to ACL. We're gonna hit A Day to Remember and Five Nights at Freddy's and Fallout, Universal, Universal stuff, dude.
Shit.
And yeah, man, we're super duper excited. We're gonna be doing a lot of traveling. This is why I'm trying to get a new job like pretty soon, so we can start putting away and saving for all of that because that's
That's
going to be
dope,
pretty
dude.
expensive. But yeah, dude, her and I are super excited. Like I said, man, we're in a good place. We're in a solid spot, and we're doing a whole lot better. And now that we're out of that other place, and once I get another job, one, this place is a whole hell of a lot cheaper, and it'll just be easier for us to put money away,
Sure.
for
Yeah, yeah.
trips and stuff.
Yeah,
And
I'm gonna say something that
but
might be a
dude,
little bit weird.
go for it, man.
I think sleep token's overrated.
Dude, I think you're wrong.
Yeah, you're gonna, bro. Derpy, have you heard of Sleep Token yet?
Huh?
Have you heard of Sleep Token yet? The band?
No.
No. Okay, so I mean, for Derpy's situation, I get it. Maybe he doesn't listen to the music. I do, and it's in the scene. And I know that they popped off by dropping off some new albums recently. They had like, I just forgot some of them. I know Caramel was one of them.
Are they sleeping?
Yeah.
Are they sleeping people?
Yeah,
No,
like,
they're like
they help
like a
us
somewhat
sleep?
mysterious band. I mean, some other stuff, yeah.
Dude, it's
Definitely
been
helps
really
sleep.
hard. I've been
Really?
trying. I tried for literally. You can ask Christella, man. I tried for a whole week just to listen to their music,
Like sleeping
straight.
meditation or something?
No, they kind of do like a very like. It kind of reminds me of like the
It's
Used.
definitely progressive metal.
Yeah, like the Used or Mars Volta. Like,
No,
yeah, they have very much
no,
like Mars
not at
Volta.
all.
The
No,
Used. No, you don't
fuck
think so?
no, no,
Who
dude,
would you? Who
hell
would you think
no.
they sound like?
Baby metal?
Honestly, honest, no. I mean, like the thing is that like they're a very very unique sound, right? And like the reason that
Metal is
like
metal,
I
though.
say that is because like
It's metal.
yeah, they're kind of like a new metal sort of stuff, and I say
Metal is metal, dude.
new as an N, as NU. No, it's not. But yeah, I mean, because like I can't say like Polyphia sounds like anything else.
I mean, I was trying to run them for a week. Really, really, really. I was really trying because one of my fighters, Adonis, well, you remember Adonis, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been putting them up a lot, and ever since they've been dropping, like I think it was like Diometrius or something. They got a new song that just popped off, and he had put it up, and then another song that came up was one of the recent ones, and I was kind of like digging it a little bit, but there was just something about it I couldn't get into.
I like their older stuff better than I do their newer stuff.
Okay,
Like
okay,
if I'm gonna be completely honest, yeah, their newer stuff, I'm not gonna say it's mid. It's just not in the same
style or
heaviness.
theme or something.
Yeah, like original theme that they used to have. And I get it, like people evolve and stuff like that. Polyphia doesn't even sound like Polyphia anymore. You
Yeah,
know,
good point.
like from their original stuff to like what they sound like now. I mean it's literally night and day.
Yeah,
But
straight.
so that's why I was just like, dude, I mean, like if the two of them ever started touring together, I'd fucking lose it. Like
Are you liking anything from
I'd
their
go
new stuff
nuts.
that they drop?
Yeah, Caramel's sick. I really, really like Caramel.
Caramel. Okay.
Yeah.
That's all right. That's all right. That's not too
You
bad.
know, and I like it, man, because like it's super like it's just vibes, dude. It's honestly God just vibes. Like if I'm gonna like put it into like words, yeah, dude. You listen to it for the vibes.
Yeah.
It's something to like kind of relax to and kind of just like, get yourself right.
I feel like it's kind of like the new age goth, I guess.
I can see how someone could say that.
Yeah, it's like, yeah. That's what I got. That's what I was vibing with it when I was listening to it. I kind of feel like it has like a very gothic vibe, but it's not heavy gothic. It's not like, fucking, I don't
Yeah, it's
know.
very melodic.
Yeah. But I was really trying, man, and I couldn't get behind it, and it sucks because I kind of like their vibe and I like their gimmick. I like all the bad about it, like, but man, and everyone's like dying for them right now, and I just couldn't. And,
Yeah, I
and
know.
in my mind, I felt like I was just getting too old. Maybe I'm just an old man already. Can't get behind all this new music or
This
whatever.
isn't music, man. Back in my day.
Yeah.
Back in my day.
Back in my day, everybody back in my day. I'll never forget when one of my younger students, who's like in his 20s, we were listening to Slipknot at the gym, and he goes, "Oh, that's Slipknot. That's that classic metal band." And I almost slapped the fuck out of this kid, dude. Classic Slipknot metal classic.
I'm gonna be like, who the fuck?
I almost fucking murdered a child in my class.
Hey man, first of all, you watch your mouth, right, dude? I mean, I'm not.
Yeah, that was
never want to hit a child before, man, but I'll beat the snap out of one.
I'll kid out. I don't give a fuck, dude. I'll choke that fucking kid. Now, like Derps, actually, what I wanted to ask you is, we'll start talking about some nerdy shit now. How did you like Lilo and Stitch, dude? Did you guys get to talk about it a little bit?
I talked about it for like 2 minutes and then he skipped over it. And then Brian skipped over it. I talked for like 5 or 2 minutes.
I won't watch it.
I didn't see that shit. Did you see it, Triggs?
I won't watch it.
Audrey? No,
I'm not going to.
No, damn. Hater,
no, when she found out when she finds out a particular like plot point in the movie, like when she found out about a particular plot point in the movie, she was like, I'm never fucking watching this movie.
Whoa.
And like keep in mind,
Derpy, what point is he talking about, Derpy?
Huge Lilo and Stitch.
He's talking about Captain Gantu.
Who's that?
No.
That's what you're talking about?
No.
Or are you talking about
it's when Nani gives up Lilo.
Oh, that too, yeah.
Wait, what? What do you mean? She gives him the fucking CP or what?
Yeah. Yeah, she literally gives Lilo to the state so that she could go to San Francisco to study marine biology.
Was that like the way the movie
After
ends?
the whole last that's how the movie ends. Like that she does that, and then like I guess like Lilo goes to visit Stitch somewhere or some shit. I don't know. And like the whole thing is like family, right? Family stick together.
Except
and you fucking abandon one of your family. She was like, this is literally like the entire contradiction to this movie. Like I'm never fucking watching it.
Wait, does that happen in the cartoon?
No, it doesn't.
No.
Nani stays with Lilo.
Oh man.
I enjoyed it.
I'm glad you did. Yeah, I'm glad you did.
Particular people that don't enjoy it. Remakes.
Yeah, but no, I have absolutely zero problem with remakes. It's just, like with that particular plot point, I can understand and respect and completely agree with my wife and why she would never want to watch it.
Wait. I'm so confused. So at the ending of the cartoon,
it's a happy ending.
It's a fucking Disney ending, right?
Yeah. Stitch stays on Earth, and like the other aliens, they like essentially become Lilo's caretakers, right?
Yeah,
while
like
Nani,
Vegeta or whatever,
kind of can help herself. Yeah. Well, in the live action, Nani decides to give up Lilo to the state. And is just like, I'm gonna go to California to study.
So she fucking puts her up in an orphanage.
Yeah, essentially.
Derpy, is that true?
After
Derpy,
what was the question?
Is that true?
I'd say silent too.
Did they put Lilo up for adoption at the end of the movie?
Yes.
What the fuck is wrong with Disney? How is that a Disney ending, dude? The fuck, dude?
Yeah.
Maybe they wanted to make it like live action.
That is an actual.
They wanted to make it like real life. They were like, "Hey, nothing's cool. Nothing really works in this world. Fuck you."
Yeah.
They were like, "What?"
So,
did they
the whole Ohana
thing or what?
Yeah, Ohana bullshit.
What's the daughter's name? Nani?
Oh, what a fucking pile of shit, dude.
Nani, right? Was Nani in the movie being like, man? If that
Nani.
was my choice, I would have just aborted the kid or whatever. Lilo wouldn't have to worry about all this shit.
Well, here's the thing: it's still making a lot of money, so it really doesn't matter who doesn't like it.
What's taking a lot of? Well, yeah, because it's titled Lilo and Stitch, but it doesn't even end the same way as the movie.
That's the point, though. It's not supposed to be the same.
What is it? Is it a remake or a rework?
It's a live-action remake.
That is some trash ass shit, though, Derpy.
I enjoyed it. I don't know.
You were cool with the kid getting put up for adoption?
I thought it made sense.
I'm not saying if it makes
what
sense.
they're
It
going
makes
for.
sense because it makes sense, but that would be like if Superman was like supposed to stop a meteorite from hitting the Earth, and he was like, "Oh, well, I'm not going to stop it because that's nature taking course. Like I can't intervene with nature." Like and they just let the fucking meteor hit the planet, dude.
At this point, I would let the hit the planet.
Stop, dude. Stop.
With all the stupidity that's happening in the world.
Isn't it weird though?
I don't know. I would just say we need another plague, but that's just me. The last one didn't take too well. But like with that being said, dude, like like the whole movie is about family and sticking together, and like the one thing that should have happened.
And then she gives that bitch up for adoption.
Yeah, so that's why I was just like,
well, Lilo pushed it. It wasn't Nani who wanted to push her away. Lilo pushed it. The agenda.
What do you mean? Say that again?
Lilo wanted her to go and do.
But the last time that I listened to a fucking 6-year-old about the course of my life was like never.
Fair.
Just saying.
So Lilo was the one that was like, "It's okay, Nani, put me up for adoption. I want you to follow your dreams."
Yes.
Like I said,
yes.
I'm not gonna let a fucking 6-year-old alter the course of my life.
She's never gonna see her sister again. She's gonna get put up for adoption.
No, she was adopted by their neighbors.
Oh, like the guardianship or what?
Yeah.
Oh,
literally the next door neighbors.
Well, all right. Well, that's not too bad.
It wasn't like a random family.
You're still a trash person.
The next door neighbors.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's.
I've known them for years.
Yeah, whatever. You're still a piece of shit, though.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's still pretty messed up. But
you're still a piece of shit, though.
I mean, it kind of like what does it? Is it because this goes? Okay, I gotta ask, guys. Come on, man. Is it because it relates to our everyday lives now? Like this kind of like weird, like I don't give a fuck attitude about shit. YOLO kind of stuff.
Know. This seems a very millennial and like answer to a problem like that.
Yeah, because like even I mean, what about you guys? Would you have given your sister or brother up for adoption just because you wanted to go to Berkeley or whatever the fuck?
No.
Derpy, you really would if you had like a 6-year-old brother, dude, and your parents were both dead?
No.
Yeah, you're gonna. Yeah, you see, even like once you put it into perspective, you're like, oh fuck, yeah, my parents are dead and my 6-year-old's still alive, sister. They'd be like, fuck, dude. I don't know. That's it's sad. That would make me kind of sad watching the movie, but I mean, again, I'm an older generation guy. Derps, you're a younger guy, and you were saying you were really, really excited because you grew up with that movie. So if you liked it, you're the target audience. I'm not. And again,
maybe I am not the target audience.
Triggs, I have to ask, and this is for you too, Derps. Fantastic Four. I've heard some things. Triggs, have you heard some things?
Have you heard they're gonna lose and then they're gonna
a couple universe? Of things.
Are we is it gonna work?
Honestly, like there's so much speculation. I'm not gonna I kind of don't care about anything that comes out of anybody's mouth, and the reason I say that is because it takes away from the allure. Like we've removed ourselves so far away from the Marvel equation that we're literally just as responsible as Disney is for why Marvel movies don't work.
I'm gonna be real.
Wait, what do you mean? What do you mean? That's a pretty big.
Well, think about it, dude. Look at yourself. Look.
Yeah, hold on. Hold on. Let Triggs. I want Triggs. Yeah, I want Triggs to get it because your phone lags a little bit, Triggs.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, dude. I mean, look at us right now. What are we doing? We're immediately speculating. Oh, well, I heard this. I heard that. I heard this. I heard that. Rumors this. Rumors that. Blah 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 blah. They're gonna lose. They're gonna come to our universe. Blah 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 blah. There's a fat dick in my mouth. Blah 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 blah. Dude, don't fucking worry about it. Just see the fucking movie. You don't want to see the movie? Don't see the movie. What did we know about the first fucking Iron Man when we saw it? Nothing. What did we know about the first Thor when we saw it? Nothing. First Captain America, other than he got fucking, other than we found out that it was a fucking prequel. Nothing. Give yourself the ability to be fucking excited for these movies again, dude.
I'm trying. I'm really trying.
You know, and I get it. You know, there is like when people are like, oh, there's not a burnout, blah blah blah, or there's not
No,
this,
I don't
there's
believe
not
in
that.
that.
Yeah, there is. I think there is. I think but I also do agree to an extent that it's a burnout of bad writing, a burnout of subpar, of subpar product,
Production, right? Yeah,
burnout,
subpar product.
of bad, of subpar, of subpar product. But
Yeah,
at the same time, we are not allowing ourselves to take in a good product even when it does come. Right now, there haven't been a whole lot of them that have
yeah,
come. Right, for you, fucking seeing the Necro Sword and seeing Christian Bale as Gore, that should have been a fucking dream come true, and it was dog
yeah,
shit.
yeah. We talked about that. Yeah, but I mean, Thunderbolts wasn't bad though. Like Thunderbolts, I mean, it
Yeah, no,
wasn't
I
bad.
actually, I actually really enjoyed
Yeah,
Thunderbolts.
it was
I
fun. It
really
was
enjoyed
fun.
Thunderbolts. Yeah,
Yeah, it was
I thought
cool.
it was a fucking amazing movie. I thought it kicked fucking Civil War. Sorry, Captain America's ass.
Oh yeah, dude, Captain America was such a hard watch, dude. Hard
Yeah,
watch. I even saw it a
but
second time in Vegas, dude, and it was hard
like
to
I
watch.
said, I saw the previews to that movie, and I was just like, okay, Sentry, Void, Taskmaster dies. Cool. That's all I know.
Yeah,
I have zero context for the entire movie.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah.
well, this is gonna happen, and oh, this is gonna be the post-credit scene. I don't give a fuck. Oh, but no, this is gonna happen. It's gonna lead to this. Cool. I don't give a shit.
Yeah, like the
Why don't? Yeah,
spoilers and shit, right? You're talking about like when
yeah,
people have rumors
yeah,
and
man.
spoilers and
Stop
stuff.
fucking spoiling everything for yourself, dude. Like you're trying to get to the end without fucking reading the rest of the story.
Yeah, I mean, I get that and I understand it, but it's like I kind of feel like the nowadays adventure of watching film. If it's not the Marvel universe, I think that works. Like you're gonna wait it out. Like we saw the Gorge, right? Or you know what? I finally got to watch The Accountant 2 yesterday. I was telling Derpy earlier,
Oh,
and
I actually need to watch that movie.
you know what? I did not
Yeah.
know what the fuck I was getting into, but I was happy that I saw it. It was really, really good. And then that
You liked it?
reminded
Did you
me
like it
that
better than the first one?
yeah, I saw the first one, so I get the gist of it. I knew what it was about. I just didn't know what to expect.
Well, did you like it better than the first one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, I did.
Ooh.
I thought it was really, really fun.
Ooh.
For a sequel, it was good, and John Burtnall and Ben Affleck did very well together. We
Yeah,
even
dude.
get a shout out.
Daredevil and Punisher back again.
Straight, dude. That's what I thought too. I was like, "Whoa, that's fucking dope." We even get a shout out, dude. They say McAllen, Texas, like a whole line for McAllen, Texas. Not even kidding. There's 3 ports of entries into the United States: El Paso. They said some other place, and then they're like, and McAllen, Texas. And I was like, oh, and they were like, why McAllen, Texas? And they were like, oh, because a person traveling with 2 liters of gallon of water across the desert is easier to travel here and all this. Like it was because of the border crossing
It
stuff. And it
is.
worked
It's
really.
so yeah, dude. And it's dude because I mean, if for anyone who actually like knows the geography of this place,
Yeah,
I mean, dude, the fucking Rio Grande is like a fucking football field at its widest.
yeah, pretty much. There's like, yeah, no,
It is
like,
not. It is not far.
yeah. But
And
it was,
like I said, dude,
but I thought it was really,
there
really
are certain
cool.
there are certain points here in the valley. I mean, you could spit and hit Mexico.
Oh, fucking straight. But I really like that McAllen got like it's like word and verbatim in a film. That was really, really dope. I was like, yo, Ben Affleck knows where fucking McAllen is. Rad. Like I was so dumb about it. But it was a really charming movie. It was really fun, really good. The comedy in it was good for it being like an assassin movie. It was really well. But going back to what we're talking about, like the Fantastic Four, like again, I think the reason why this movie is going to be a hard sell is because this movie should have been brought out during like Captain Marvel's time. I thought they should have introduced him at an earlier faction, and I think bringing him in so late, and then not only that, like I know you're not much for like like you said, like hearing rumors and stuff, but in the recent trailer, it's not even a rumor; it's like actual. They're sitting down. It's Reed and Sue Storm, and they're laying in the bed literally with Franklin Richards.
Oh
Like
yeah, yeah, I saw that. That
and
Franklin is already born,
Spoiler.
and I'm like, wow, dude, like they're jumping, they're doing a fucking
fuck, dude.
Tarantino here,
Dude,
dude. They're everywhere with this.
I was literally at the
No, I
gym
know
the
what you
other
mean,
day.
and I get it, right?
Yeah.
Like I was just like, wow, he's already like a few months too.
Yeah,
He's
he's a
probably
few months old
like
and a
4 months
newborn.
at this point.
Dude, I was
Yeah, and
literally
so
at
I
the
was
gym.
just like, dude, but no, but I definitely get what you mean, like, and this is why, like, I take my spoiler, I take my
Yeah.
enthusiasm based on trailers now, right?
Yes.
Like that's why I was just like, okay, Taskmaster dies because you see her for like one instance in every
And
trailer, and in every trailer,
she's
it's
gone.
relegated to one specific spot, but
Mhm.
everywhere else in the trailers, she's not there,
She's not there at
and
all.
I'm like. Okay, well, yeah, well, she's dead.
Dude, she's
I mean,
dead, dead.
let's shout out to my boy Brian. Let's call a spade a spade.
Yeah, pretty much. No, but
So,
I was talking to someone at the gym the other day, and they were remembering the old school Fantastic Four films, right? And one of them goes, "Oh, dude, I saw the trailer. I didn't know they had a fucking kid. Like, that's cool or whatever the fuck." And in my mind, I'm like, "Bro, you don't even know, but that's not a kid. That's fucking God. Like, that's
yeah,
literally
dude, that
God. Like, I don't know how they're gonna convey. How do you convey Franklin Richards in live action? Like,
you're gonna have to keep him there as a child. Like he's gonna have to be a kid.
that's nuts,
Sort of
dude.
thing.
Because the what I think is another big milestone in that character's life is the age up, like him going from like adult to teen and then back to teen, and then like he jumps out of being a kid real quick. And in Secret Wars, he already has to be like a teen. I don't even see Valeria in the fucking trailers.
No, no.
Or they don't even have
In Secret
Valeria.
Wars, he's well, in Secret Wars, he's on. I mean, technically, they forgot like she was even a thing. Remember, like she was with Doctor Doom for like the first like 10 years of her life or whatever,
Oh,
7 years.
yeah.
Um, yeah. So I wouldn't worry about that. But she could play a part in Secret Wars or in Doomsday. Um, she could be a like an extra plot point in those movies or something. But in Fantastic Four, the whole Franklin thing, you're gonna have to keep him as a kid. But what I can see is like, oh, like the age up where, because like there's a point where like yeah, he's only like 2 or 3 and then like immediately becomes space Jesus.
Yeah, he turns
You
into a
know,
whole ass man, dude.
yeah, he becomes a man, and they're like, "Oh my God, who are you?" And he was like, "I don't know, but I think you're my mom. Like, you look real familiar." And they're like, "Oh my God, you're Franklin!" And yeah,
Doesn't
and then
she
they like
doesn't
freak
she
out.
realize it's him?
I think
Yeah, I think
so.
she's the one that's like, "Are you Franklin?"
Yeah,
And he's like, "I
I
don't know who
need
the
to
fuck I am."
rewatch. Like, yeah, I need to rewatch that. Like, I haven't seen that in foreign, but yeah.
I think everything's gonna move extremely fucking fast when this movie pops off.
It's gonna have to. I'll tell you. Like, I honestly, I agree with you with the way that unfortunately Marvel pacing has gone in the past. I mean, fuck it, dude. Let's 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 say what it is, man. In the past decade, yeah.
It's
I
rough.
mean, yeah,
Derps,
it's gonna go quick.
Derps, what about you? Is there anything about this movie that you're excited for? I know you're not really like too big on Marvel or anything like that, but I know you're
I'm gonna be
anticipating.
real.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I know you wanted to say something. Go
I'm
ahead.
gonna
Go
be
ahead.
real. As much as Captain, I know it's not what's it called Fantastic Four. How hype it I am about that movie.
Mhm.
I'm probably gonna go see Superman again.
Oh
More
yeah,
than
dude,
just
because
more than
like
go see
you
Fantastic.
you and I were talking about that off screen when I was waiting for my ride earlier when I was at the theater, right, or at the cinema at the wrestling match. And I was saying this too, and I don't know, Triggs. I don't know if you feel this way either, but I'm really hyped for Superman more than the Fantastic Four right now.
I
Like,
can see why.
yeah,
I think Superman is getting some really really good traction. I
yep,
think their marketing is doing very well, and I think
yep,
it's giving a way better release of like how the story may be going or in what direction it may be
yeah,
going.
yeah, yeah,
Um, don't get me wrong, dude. There's some star power behind this movie, right? You got Nathan Fillion, and then you got Isabella Merced. And dude, right now, Isabella Merced is one of the hottest things in fucking Hollywood right now. You
yeah. She
know,
just got diddled in The Last of
I mean,
Us.
Yeah.
yeah, she's got
she
man,
got the,
the
she got the scissor action in.
yeah, dude, yeah, man. She lost her baby daddy and then got a female daddy.
Yeah. That chick just looked at him and was like, yo, I'm gonna be a dad.
I'm gonna be a dad.
Yeah, with her egg head.
So, so I mean, like, is she really losing? You know.
Yeah, but she's
But
real
yeah, dude.
popular
I mean,
right
like,
now.
like I said, man, she's super fucking popular right now. And even the fucking Lois Lane chick, dude. She's also like, I mean, she hasn't been anything in a minute, but still, like she's got some name behind her too.
Yeah.
I did not know that the guy who plays Superman was in the new Twisters movie.
Yeah, he
And
was like the
I
main
thought that was
actor.
great. He was a main
He was
actor.
the bad guy.
Yeah, he was like the antagonist of the movie.
Oh shit, that's crazy. Wait, what?
Yeah.
Wait, how are you the bad guy in the movie if it's a fucking tornado?
I don't know.
So
It's a bad guy.
at the very end, he doesn't care. He doesn't care about helping the people in the town over. He cares just only about collecting data. And so he wants the tattoo. So he wants the tornado to happen, but they know of a way to make the tornado like stop movement and like not become a thing. And he's like stopping them from doing that. He wants the tornado to happen and like to destroy the city.
That's crazy. I bet you he's not as built though. He looks fantastic in the Superman.
That's how you. I mean, you could tell he had just started probably working out for this role.
Nice. Yeah, man. Superman, in my opinion, looks fucking fantastic, dude. Really, really great. The Fantastic Four, kind of, like I'm gonna be honest, I'm kind of iffy about it. Apparently, I'm just gonna kind of throw this out there from like the early viewing of the film. A lot of people are not as stoked because the ending kind of ends kind of weird. I don't know if you've heard any of these things, Triggs or anything like that, but it's going through a lot of reshoots. Apparently they were going for like, you remember the original Fantastic Four when they introduced the Silver Surfer, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do you remember how Sue Storm, Jessica Alba's character, kind of like talks to Norrin Rad, gets him to reevaluate his living conditions with Galactus, and then Silver Surfer, like, sacrifices himself. Yeah, you remember that shit, right?
Yeah, I thought that was fucking stupid because that would have even if he was just like, yeah, I'm gonna stop you.
Galactus would have been like,
Galactus would have been like, what are you on right now? That
he's like,
you're gonna do anything to me.
Yeah, I gave you what you're gonna punish me with.
First of all, get fucked. Second of all, now your fucking stupid little planet, I'm gonna go fuck that place up right now.
Like, I'm gonna shove you in my darkest hole, dude. Yeah, I'm gonna shove you in my dark hole.
And fuck it. Yeah, that would have been a very bad day.
Well, a rumor has it that this movie ends almost the same way. Yeah, that that Sue Storm talks to the chick Shia LaBelle or whatever her name is, or I forgot the weird Silver Surfer chick, and gets the whole like, I'm a mom and I'm just trying to protect my child. And Galactus is actually there for Reed Richards, or not Reed Richards, Franklin. He wants to eat him or whatever. Yeah, he wants to consume him for his powers or whatever. It's kind of like
and he leaves.
Yeah, bay leaves. Did you say bay leaves?
No, and he leaves after that.
Yeah, he wants to consume Franklin Richards or whatnot, and she just encourages this chick, and she kind of like, okay, I'm gonna go kill him. And in the process of it, apparently, like in the process of her taking out Galactus, which again, like you said, it just doesn't make sense because Galactus gives them a portion of his cosmic power, not even his full ability. And both of these characters kind of tank him just on sheer will of Vegeta work or whatever. Apparently, like, she defeats him and he explodes and takes out the whole universe. And then that's why the family, dude, if it goes that way, Triggs, I'm gonna be sad. Gonna be really sad. Not gonna be upset. I'm just gonna be sad because it's like, dude, it was an underhanded throw. You could totally do a layup with this. Like, it's a Fantastic Four, bro. You don't even got to do too much. You just gotta do the Invincibles, bro. You just gotta watch the Invincibles. So you can get it. But yeah. Apparently that's how it kind of ends. And then all of a sudden, mind you, he's not talked about or mentioned throughout the whole film. Apparently, then Dr. Doom just shows up and says, hello, Reed, and then just takes the fucking kid and then bounces out with fucking Franklin Richards. But it's like, How do you have like? And I'm gonna like I have to put this out there because it's confusing me. How do you have a Fantastic Four movie with no Doctor Doom, and then all of a sudden him pop out as the post credit scene, and then steal a kid and then bounce? And in the Fantastic Four never even mention Victor Doom or Von Doom or Victor Von Doom Services or Von Doom Services. Like how? And then it's just fucking Robert Downey Jr. as this, in a green cape. And he just comes and takes someone's kid and goes, fuck you, and then bounces out, pulls a Richtofen right out of the fucking zombies Treyarch games and shit, just stealing artifacts and shit. Like,
is that what happens?
Again, Triggs will tell you if it's not fucking on paper or if it's not somewhere coming from it, we could take it as speculation. But yeah,
sounds terrible.
Yeah,
because like the reason that I don't fall for speculations now is because like I can go make a fucking fake Twitter account,
Reddit,
and like
right,
and make a speculation and then like feed it and just repost it for like a week or something like that and see if it gets picked up, and then boom, speculation.
What if it actually goes this way? We're at the what do we do, bro? What do we do, Triggs? Do we just like protest? Point, do we protest and just not go to Secret Wars?
Dude, I have to see Secret Wars on just the basis of alone.
Like,
dude, they pushed that back. They pushed that back on you.
They did push it back a year, right?
Yeah,
2027 or whatever.
Yeah.
Yo, and shout out to Chris P, baby. Now there's rumors that there's going to be an Annihilus movie or whatever. The Annihilators. Were we just talking about that shit? And Triggs, you were like, shut up, Chris, dude. They're not going to make that. There's no time. And then like literally a day later, they're like, oh, rumors, an Annihilator movie's fucking in the talks. And I was like, motherfucker, that's going to be the fucking problem in space from Thunderbolts, dude. The fucking cancer wave is coming, dude. It's weird, dude. And you know what it is?
Just stop, dude.
But you know what it is, though, right? It's because they don't have the walls to stop the people from being on Battleworld. Like, you know how they used to have, what was it, the zombies? They don't have the zombies, right? The Marvel zombies. They have Ultron, and they don't have the Annihilus wave. And the Annihilus wave is one of the parts behind the wall. Right, so it's the borders of Secret Wars or whatever. They need to introduce them for them to have that. If not, people will just fucking jump ship on that side if they don't have a third or whatever. So yeah, there's that, and then there's I don't know, man. I think it's a lot. The Fantastic Four stuff kind of like it baffles me a little bit.
This is, I mean, especially when it comes to Secret Wars, dude. This is why I'm like, dude, I'm not gonna fucking look up anything for Secret Wars because like. I mean, for anyone who knows me, or like knows the show, like I'm a huge Secret Wars fan.
Yep.
Time Runs Out and Secret Wars are two of my favorite Marvel stories of all time.
I just heard like
next too. and next to that is Siege. And that, I mean, to me, like Siege is a lost opportunity, very much like how World War Hulk was a lost opportunity.
Yep. Even dude, okay.
Sorry.
Derpy, what were you gonna say? Go ahead.
My thing about Secret Wars is that it's not going to be like the comics at all because it's.
I know. Trust me. When we found when we found out about Secret Wars, like both Brian and Chris were like, "Dude, how do you feel?" And I'm like, first of all, I know it's going to be nothing like the comics. Like I already know that. I'm not even going to entertain the idea that it could be.
But I will say, there's probably going to be lots of death, more than what we got in Infinity War, even though it wasn't a death.
Yeah, but that's fine because Secret Wars there's a lot of death too, and that's the thing. But none of it really matters because they're all mostly people that aren't from the 616. The 616 are only the people on the life rafts. Like that's literally it. Everyone else is like just multiversal jargon. You know what I mean? A lot of people in Triggs. I don't even know if you remember. There was the whole thing. Like I totally forgot about the Coliseum. Indian Native American Captain America in the Planet Hulk storyline.
Yeah.
Like, dude, like that's going to be how you going to get a fucking Chris Evans in a fucking war bonnet, a fucking Indian Native American white guy. Like, how are you going to pull that off?
Yeah.
Without without messing.
Well, not just that, dude. I mean, but you also have like then you also have the X-Men that you have to introduce. I mean, you have Madeline Pryor, who's a Baron. You have, Beast, who is like integral in
Mr.
time of
He's
battle.
Sinister.
he's already introduced into the.
Yeah, I know,
Yeah,
but
yeah.
like
At the
my
end
but like
of Marvels.
yeah,
The end of
but
Marvels.
at the same time, we like that. Like honestly, I see a Guardians and like Marvels team up more than I do this fucking Thunderbolt shit dealing
Oh
with the
yeah, yeah,
Annihilation Wave.
100%, 100%. That's
Like
how
if you're gonna do Annihilation Wave, then fine, dude. But give it to the
we're gonna get a
Guardians.
Nova. We're gonna get Nova there.
I fucking hope we do.
No, we are. We're
Hope we
definitely
do.
gonna. They can't have an Annihilator scene without a Nova. You can't have Annihilus without Nova. You cannot. You cannot. You
Yeah,
cannot.
we also couldn't have a fucking a civil war without, Spider-Man outing himself, but look where we are.
Yeah. Oh well. That was no Iron Man 3. They're Spider-Man 3. Nope.
Captain
Yeah, so-
America.
Yeah. Or
Yeah.
what is it?
Captain
the-
America.
Or you can't have, Civil War
Cloak and
without,
Dagger.
without the citizens, grabbing, Steve Rogers and saying, "Look what you did to the city."
Yeah. After he
Look where we
fucks
are.
everything up. Yeah. After this is
Yeah.
just an airport. They just fucked up an airport. Minus they didn't even fuck up a whole city.
Yeah.
And even with that, dude, I was just telling someone like, what the fuck are you gonna do with the Young Avengers in Secret Wars?
Exactly.
Like, what are you gonna? They're not even there.
We still need to put Kate Bishop, Imani. Dude, we have so much stuff to do. We have fucking America Chavez, wherever the fuck she is.
But they're not even in Secret Wars. What do you do with them?
Exactly. Well, dude, but that's the thing. You have to write a brand new story. Like you have to just use Secret Wars as a template. You cannot use it as a panel for panel.
I think it's gonna be an X-Men versus Thunderbolts versus the New Avengers, something like that.
Bro,
I can honestly see a Dark Reign sort of situation and call it Secret Wars.
Oh, which one?
I can see a Dark Reign situation while calling it Secret Wars.
Yeah, there's that, and then what Derpy said too, like an AVX or
Yeah, and that's why like it's essentially the Dark Reign storyline just named Secret Wars. I mean, because dude, look at fucking Secret Invasion. It had nothing to do with the only thing that Secret Invasion kept right was the fact that Skrulls were human. That's it.
that they were yeah.
That's it.
Originally, Skrulls were just pieces of shit. Now they're immigrants, and now they just want to live life. Remember that fucking villain was? I mean, they made him like a lovable guy, and he was a huge asshole in the comic books.
Yeah,
that's crazy, dude. That's so fucking dude. The MCU is such a weird fucking place to be.
Yeah.
Like, it's so weird. Again, with the Century bleeping out the entire fucking island of New York or whatever. Like, I would have just offed myself. Like, who the fuck wants to live on a place?
And then after that was just like, oh, dude, I was just blacked out. My bad.
Can you
I just wanted a really bad bender.
And then your fucking boss
called you
up.
That wasn't me. That was Patricia.
Yeah, someone's like, yo, I just literally got deleted and got sent to like my worst nightmare. And your boss is like, well, you're running like 10
you're late.
Yeah, you're late. Yeah, we all got bleeped. Hurry up. You got to make money for me.
Right. Okay. Well, you know what? Everyone's got problems. Okay. So.
Yo, but going off set, I mean, like Marvel, I think it's gonna be a hard sell. But Superman, dude, Derps, Superman's your guy, and of course, like it's our guy. Everybody loves Superman. I love Superman. At first, I was really disappointed. Superman? Yeah, I'm a huge Superman fan. I love Superman. Look, like right here on my side, literally, like I have it. I have literally like Triggs will tell you. Triggs,
gang shit.
Who's the boy?
Yeah.
Well, you bought that?
No, I've had it for years. It's all dirty on top and shit.
I thought you bought the new one.
No, I love Superboy Prime though.
Yeah, I fucking hate Superboy Prime.
I love that motherfucker. He is a menace, dude.
Yeah,
I love him.
And I think that's why. And I think that's why I hate him. I'm just like, dude, just fucking die already.
Just leave me alone already, dude. Just leave us alone, dude. Nobody even knows how to write you. Just fuck off, dude.
Leave Brittany alone, dude.
Are you familiar with Superboy Prime, Derps?
No.
The guy's a fucking menace, dude. Like the worst fucking guy you could think of.
Something else.
The layman's terms footnotes. Superboy Prime comes from Earth 2, I believe, not Earth 1. The original old school Superman.
Actually, he originally came from Earth 0, which was supposed to be
our world.
It's our right? Earth.
Yeah,
and he is our Clark Kent. And
he used to read Superman comic books and was like a big fan of Superman. And one day, Halley's comet flies over the Earth and imbues him with Superman powers. Like literally, it's not even like he's not even Kryptonian. He's not even fucking Kryptonian. And then all of a sudden, this kid is like he gets introduced by like the multiversal war to like Superman, and becomes like Superboy. But like,
and then views Connor Kent as like a fucking failed experiment and has like the hugest beef with Connor.
That comes right before the crisis, remember? Because this dude, like, his planet is being destroyed in their version of the incursions. So Lex Luthor, like the one from like Earth 4, saves him, and Kingdom Come Superman and Lois Lane, and it's just them four. And Superboy Prime, that kid, is just watching Superman have like the love of his life and be happy, and this dude's like, well, I don't have a girlfriend. And it's like, well, tough shit, everyone's dead, bro. Like, you can't have girls anymore. And he's just watching like Lois and Clark be happy, and it's driving him nuts. But Lex Luthor is like this young redhead guy, and he has like a computer with all that multiversal shit on it, and he's watching all the other planets, and that's when he sees Superboy, the Connor Kent one, and he's like, bro, this guy can't even fly. Fuck this dude. He's a loser. And then he sees Wonder Woman kill Maxwell Lord. Remember, she
snaps she snaps his neck, and that's like a huge breaking point for him.
That shit. So he punches the fucking wall, and his punch shatters. Mind you, his punch destroys the wall that creates the multiverse. So he punches it and then escapes, and then goes to the Earth where Connor Kent is and starts fucking his world up, dude. So the Teen Titans show up all fucking, what is it? Like real like fucking Nickelodeon. Oh, we can stop you, Super Friends or whatever. And they jump him, and Connor's like, yo, I don't want to hurt any of you guys. I'm just here to beat the shit out of Superboy because he sucks. And they're like, we're going to stop you. And this one fucking chick that's like a tiger
or something like that,
like a tigress, right? Like jumps at him, and he like swings to fucking take her like away, and he blows her fucking head off, dude. Like slaps her fucking head off her shoulders, and he's covered in blood. The Teen Titans are all shocked as shit, and they're like, get him like they fucking, and they all jump on him. He's in tears.
You know what that scene reminded me of, honestly, because like at first there's fucking dude, they're freaking out. They're like, oh my god, like what do we do? Someone just died in front of us, right?
Fucking dude.
And is the scene from Demolition Man, we're just police officers, we're not equipped to deal with this kind of violence.
Dude, my fucking favorite part is when the Teen Titans are there, he's fucking killing everybody, and he's in tears, and he's like, I don't want to do this, stop hitting me or whatever, I don't want to kill you guys. He's fucking murdering everyone, dude, murdering everyone. And then mind you, all the fucking Flashes run in and grab him and take him into the fucking Speed Force. Like, that's the way they have to stop this dude, because there's no kryptonite. He's not a Kryptonian, and even with that, he's not even from the planet.
So kryptonite doesn't work on him.
So he's a very, very, very fucking strong Superman, and there's no weakness to him.
Yeah, with zero weaknesses.
And he can't control his output. He can't control his fucking output. So they take him into the Speed Force, and then, mind you, this motherfucker finds a way to siphon the Speed Force and gets out on his own. And then the Green Lanterns, the entire Green Lantern Corps, has to create a prison and then lock him like in a red sun. That's the way they had to stop this fucking dude. And then it's just the Watchers of the Green Lantern.
Because weirdly enough, that does work. Is a yellow and a red sun. Yeah, is a yellow and a red sun will affect him.
Yeah, will affect him. So, and then after that, he decides to go on a date with the Anti-Monitor, and start a whole other crisis on his own. Whole other crisis, dude.
Yeah,
Ever since
literally
then, it's
beat.
just been
Yeah, literally
debauchery, dude.
beats. Yeah, literally beats Ion, which is like the living embodiment of willpower, and beats him into
And
submission.
beats him into submission, dude. Get the fuck out of here, dude.
And keep in mind, Ion is currently being worn by a Daxamite, who's basically a cousin faction of Kryptonians. So they're just as strong,
Yeah, just as strong.
or
And this
almost.
guy's
Yeah, oh
fucking
yeah,
tanking
almost
him,
as
bro.
strong as Kryptonians, with almost like none of their weaknesses either. So and he still decimates Ion.
I kind of feel like the only thing you can do with a character like this is only bring him out when you want to restart the entire universe. Like, this is it, dude. Like, this is it. He is the fucking end all do all menace in that fucking universe. So, Derpy, that's your fucking footnote on what Superboy Prime is. Yeah,
That's
so.
not OP.
Yeah, he is
Read
dude,
Darkest Night.
Ridiculous, dude.
Yeah, if you read oh fuck. I think Crisis on Infinite Earths.
Mhm.
Yeah, Crisis on Infinite Earths. I believe he's in that, and then he comes out in Blackest Night.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I
they
think he
bring him
comes out in
back, right?
Blackest Night.
Which was ridiculous for them to do
Yeah,
also.
yeah, because then all the Supermen, like the Superman, Superman Prime, Kingdom Come Superman, Power Girl, Supergirl, they all go against him too, with all the flashes. Like it ends up turning into an entire Justice League versus him, and he is still
Just
tanking everyone.
fucking everybody up, dude. He's so dumb, dude. I fucking hate him so hard. I love him and hate him so much. He's the
Yeah,
best. Superboy
it's
Prime,
one of those. Yeah,
100%.
dude,
He's
it's
at
one
the
of
end of
those where
goddamn movie.
you're like, we're like, dude, Jesus Christ, bro, just stop.
Yeah, I think they ended up bringing him back for the fucking. Oh yeah, he fucking fist fought the Batman Who Laughs or whatever. Yeah, he fucked him
That's
up
right.
too, man. He fucked him up too. I think the Batman Who Laughs had to send him like to a completely other universe just to get him off. I love Superboy Prime. Fuck that dude. I love him so much. Yeah, other than that, I really don't know anything else that I really wanted to talk about. Derps, is there anything else you wanted to talk about? I know we had like the fucking video game pops off yesterday. There was a bunch of great trailers for a bunch of great games.
Dude, honestly, the only thing that I really cared about, or at least like in this new Xbox stuff, was the new handheld
Yeah.
for Xbox and Grounded 2. For anyone who doesn't know what Grounded is, pretty much think of Honey I Shrunk the Kids, except as a video game, and you're outside the whole time.
Yep. Yeah, straight. What about you, Derps? What do you got, man? Derps.
Good stuff.
Good stuff. Good stuff. What is it? Corbin Dallas. Corbin Dallas, my man.
Corbin Dallas.
Corbin Dallas, my man. Is there anything else you want to talk about, man? We're about to get off, man. I know it's super late.
Karate Kid Legends.
Oh, that's right. That's right. So Derps got to see Karate Kid Legends. What'd you think, my man?
Good movie.
W movie.
Nice.
Dubs. Yeah, dude, dubs. I also saw it myself.
So it was really, really good?
Yes, it was a little rushed, but overall it was pretty good.
7 out of 10. Easy 7. A solid 7 out of 10.
Okay. Did it kind of correlate with old
somewhat
Karate Kid?
But not mostly. Somewhat, but not mostly.
Okay.
Very, very little.
Right.
The biggest correlation is that the ancestor of the Miyagi family went to China, right? And that was already kind of established where, I think it was like in the third one. In the third movie where he goes to Japan and he was like, yeah, like ancient Miyagi martial arts, like has its origins tied to China. Like my ancestor who was a fisherman, he wound up in China, studied martial arts there, came back and taught Miyagi-Do. And so the people that Miyagi learned from, their monastery is still going. So Jackie Chan's character knows of Miyagi, knows
Miyagi.
knows Miyagi, and that's why he went over there.
Badass, dude. So it correlates really really well with the original story. They made it
Hmm.
work because that was the hard
Yeah,
part. I think everybody was like, "Are they? How are you gonna make the Jackie Chan kung fu kid work good with the Karate Kid story?" Right?
yeah, dude, and that's what it was that the the bonsai tree like idea is two branches, one tree, right?
Mm,
So you have the many branches of a bonsai tree, and them being karate and kung fu.
kung fu.
But they all but they still have an origin together, right?
So
And like, yeah, and so like like it was, if you shave off some of the corniness, it's a really beautiful movie.
oh, good shit.
But myself being, I mean, obviously not anywhere near as much of a martial artist as yourself, but
Mhm.
being a martial artist, and I think you would have a very very deep appreciation for the movie.
10 out of 10, Alex. Alex is like they make it a 10 out of 10. That's how they fix it. Was the action good, guys?
Oh yeah,
Derp, what do you
yeah,
think?
Yeah, it was pretty top notch.
yeah,
I
yeah, dude.
saw.
It's definitely watchable. Like you see it, and you're like, oh, this is cool. Oh, okay, this is
Nice,
cool.
good shit. I saw in the trailers, or I saw like kind of like I guess like a spoiler, I guess you could say, not too much, but they chose the actor from the Ender's Game that played Bean. He's like the villain with the long hair, the ponytail.
Actually,
The
I haven't seen Ender's Game, but if you've ever seen
Oh,
Into the Badlands, he's MK.
MK, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Dude, if you haven't seen Ender's Game, yo, Triggs, you haven't seen Ender's Game,
I'm not a huge
Ender's
Orson
Game is
Scott Card.
great.
bro?
I'm
You
not a
would.
huge Orson Scott Card
Ender's
I know
Game is
for I
fan.
know
great.
for what it's worth. I know that he's a piece of shit. Like I know that the author is like a huge piece of shit, and what he ended up coming out to be later on. But the first Ender's Game is really good. Like, don't get me wrong, I wouldn't recommend like fucking putting money into his franchise or whatever for like Ender's 2 or 3 or whatever the fuck. But he does go back and make like a story about Bean. And
Okay.
I think for what it's worth, the film is just a good film, like overall. I think it's just a good.
Okay.
I think it's good, like Starship Troopers. Like the
Yeah.
the writer of Starship Troopers, I didn't think it ended up becoming like a fascist or something like that too.
Dude,
So
okay, so it's not that he was a fascist, it's just that his book like leaned into fascism. That's just
yeah,
how the government worked.
yeah.
Right. And so, because I ended up kind of going down the rabbit hole
Yeah, look,
with, yeah,
I
I
mean,
ended
I
up
have it. Yeah,
going down the rabbit hole with Starship Troopers, and
yeah,
how,
yeah, yeah.
and how Johnny's name is really Juan,
Yeah, he's a
because
Filipino.
yeah, he's a
Yeah,
Filipino, but he is Brazilian, or no, not
yeah,
Brazilian, but
African. Yeah, because he's
uh
from Buenos Aires.
yeah. And so like they actually deal with like real political things and stuff like that. It's
Yeah,
also a
yeah,
very
yeah.
very politically driven book.
There
But
is something really crazy too. Like at the beginning, when he asks the students the question, the teacher, like he asks him a question about how to civilian something, and Johnny answers correctly as history went, but then the girlfriend corrects him as to how their reality went. And that's where it shows where it's like this really like imperialistic only
yeah,
people
yeah,
that
and it's a very fascist like esque
yeah.
like
It's because they switched
book
it
and
in
stuff like that. And
history.
yeah, and I totally get why people would be like, oh my god, he's a fascist.
Yeah, of course.
Well, it's not that he's a fucking fascist, dude. He just wrote about it. I mean, like I'm not gonna call, fucking Frank Howard an imperialist just because he fucking wrote Dune.
It's the same thing as like Warhammer, isn't it? Like, he just wrote a fantasy story about this
Yeah,
shit.
dude. I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, but like at the same time, like I said, man, I'm not gonna fucking call, J or Tolkien a fucking, fascist because he wrote Lord of the Rings.
Yeah. An imperialistic guy or whatever.
Yeah.
You're just gonna be like, oh, I'm gonna read it because
Yeah.
it's a story. It's just fantasy or whatever. I think. I
Yeah.
mean, for what it's worth, I understand the controversy behind the Ender's Game story and the author, but I think how you like your sci-fi stuff, I think you'd really just like the movie in general. I think
which
you'd really
which is
like it.
fair,
Yeah.
like if that's how you feel, then I will, like, I'll give it a watch, dude.
Yeah,
Like,
I definitely.
like you and I, we have very very similar tastes when it comes to stuff, and so yeah, dude, fuck it, like
Mhm.
I'll I'll def I'll take it under consideration.
Yeah,
You know,
literally, I'm about to log off in a bit and go watch. I told Derpy and Brian I owe him Rogue One, so I need to pull up. I haven't seen Rogue One. Remember?
you haven't seen Rogue One?
I told you guys already know this. I told you I fell asleep. And Derpy and
Oh yeah, that's why when I was like, oh yeah, spoiler alert, they all die.
yeah, Derpy and Brian have been like, bro, you haven't even watched Rogue One. I'm trying to get Brian to watch Arcane because he won't watch it. He won't watch Arcane at all, and it's
Yeah, I
a
was about to be
fucking
like,
masterpiece, dude.
yeah, no, it is. Yeah, I still haven't seen all of it, but yeah, no,
It's a fucking
it's pretty solid.
masterpiece. Shame. Alex is like, shame on me, dude, because I haven't seen Rogue One. But yeah, I need to watch it for sure. I'm gonna get off and actually go watch it in a little bit. But yeah, actually, I was just about to pull this up. Straight up, did you see Andor season 2, episode 60? No, I haven't. I saw season 1, and I thought it was okay, but on God, I think all of us need to do our due diligence and watch season 2. Because a bunch of like the internet haters that don't like a lot of the newer stuff have all been complimenting it, saying that this is the greatest season that's ever been anything close to the original and the prequels. Like they said, season 2 is awesome. And like, I mean, Triggs, you know who the critical drinker is, right?
Yeah.
Right. He even came out and was like, I'm going to bite my tongue. This season is amazing. It's a great, and I'm like, oh, fuck, dude. Like, I mean, at least he's not being bitter because he could have been like, yeah, it's good, but fuck him or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, he's actually like, it was an amazing show. Like, he sold it to me. And I was like, damn, dude, like, this guy liked it. He doesn't like anything. You know what I mean? So if he liked it, I'm down to watch it. And going back to Superboy Prime, the last thing he did in the comic books was he's the one that fucking beat the shit out of the Batman Who Laughs and fucking got rid of the evil planet. He was the one that sacrificed himself to fight him. This dude
That's
had
right. That's right, because he was being trapped in the Rock of Eternity, right? Wasn't he in the prison?
Yep. That's where the fucking Batman Who Laughs put him. And then Wonder Woman got him to fucking fight him, yeah. So that's how strong
see that guy?
That
guy kills everybody.
Yeah.
Fuck him up, dude.
Fucking Superboy Prime is the hero of this shit. It's because no one else can beat him. You can't beat that dude. You just got to write him out of existence.
Go.
See you later, Derps.
See you.
Later, Derps. Good having you, brother.
For sure. It's like 1 a.m. So I got to go.
Yeah. You're a fucking soldier, dude. Thank you for jumping on with us. We appreciate you. Next week, back to normal time. Thank you for kicking it with us, brother.
I'm going to a baseball game today too, so
you better catch the fucking ball with your teeth, dude.
I'm gonna try. But all right.
All right, dude.
See you later, brother.
See you.
Awesome. But yeah, dude, Triggs, I wanted to make sure, like, just shoot the shit. Thank you for everybody who's been joining us and talking and chilling out. I know it's kind of late. I don't know. I don't got much to do right now. I gotta be up doing shit anyways. So.
Dude, honestly, I might make some. So like, I had a really, really nice home bar at my other house, but now I've kind of repurposed a few things. Reworking my home bar again and stuff like that. But yeah, man, might make myself some drinks tonight. Work on my office. I got the lady here with me. Might play some. Dude, I'm gonna fucking
so how
throw that bitch on the Switch.
What are you playing on right now? What are you playing?
Damon X Machina.
Oh, I like that game. That was a good game. It was fun. It's a hell of a fucking mech game.
Yeah,
kind of like a little cheesy on the graphics.
They're coming out. They're coming out with a second one.
Yeah, it was kind of cheesy. It was kind of like those like very like gotcha games. Like
kinda, yeah. Honestly, I think this system would be perfect for like Zenless 00 and like Honkai and and those and stuff like that. But you know what, dude? Like honestly, I'm having fun with it. It's cool. Like I can still like do what I was doing beforehand. I don't honestly, man. I'm really, really just have been waiting to try it out, dude. Honestly, like it's sick, dude.
Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun. I've had that game for a minute, dude. It's really, really fun.
Yeah. Another game that I'm also really, really into, only because like this is kind of like my Stardew Valley is My Time in Portia.
Which one's that one?
My Time in Portia. So think of like Stardew Valley meets like meets Zelda.
What's up, Ham? Good to see you, my dude. Actually,
hey, what's
Ham
going on,
being here. I ended up buying the Capcom Collection 2.
Dude, need it, bro.
And the reason why is
Oh my
knows
god,
this, and Alex knows this too. It has Plasma Sword, and Plasma Sword is one of my favorite fighting games. One of my favorite fucking, and they finally released it on some kind of console, and I was like, bro, I literally have
dude, Marvel Top Gun, yeah, dude.
Yeah, remember I have a whole hard drive with a bunch of games for that one game, and the Marvel Tokon or whatever. That's gorgeous,
dude.
bro.
Speaking of what the new one of the new games that just came out that got released on Xbox is an Invincible fighting game. Invincible Versus.
I saw the trailer. That shit looks dope, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Fuck, man. I saw that shit
a little while ago. I saw that and I was like, dude, these fighting games fuck, bro.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a gamepad. I'm gonna have to get a gamepad. Fuck.
Got one. And of course, you got fucking Ham in the comment section, dude. Straight up, he'll get you a
my
fucking
tournament of my grand opening, dude. Hell yeah,
dude. We cannot.
Dude,
wait,
honestly, yeah.
Wait.
Man. Your grand opening. Let us know, man. The Average Boys. We definitely want to be there for that. And go show the support, my guy. Ham, you're always welcome, my guy. Honorary down the Average Boy. Fucking for anyone who doesn't know, Ham is a huge gamer. Has made it to.
He is the game. He is the
I mean him and fucking Chris DeLeon and stuff like that. So some of the OGs. When it comes to fighting games. Down here. So yeah, dude. When you open up that new place, bro, let us know, man.
Yeah, let us know. We'll be there.
Want to be out there. Yeah,
actually, you know what's crazy? Talking about like the Switch and stuff. We did you remember we did the the metal show Rock Party or whatever for the Legends of Zelda a while back. Yeah, we did it for the Switch too here at the Edinburgh GameStop.
So I saw that, man. I saw that. Yeah,
dude. I've just been all over the place doing a bunch of like events, dude. I feel fucking stretched out, man, but I'm busy. Busy. Oh, that's so dope, dude. So no more Harlingen. Oh, wow, dude. Ham, that's awesome.
No more Harlingen. Oh, dude. Wait a minute. Well, I'm in San Juan, my guy. Yeah. So I'm a little hop, skip, and a jump, brother.
Yo, even with this, I think I was telling you guys, like, I haven't been on the fucking podcast in like 2 weeks, man. And we got here late, and we just wanted to shoot.
Dude, I haven't been on in like a month.
Yeah, straight. Well, I mean, but that's because you usually work nights and shit. But you know me, man. I'm always here, dude. Like, I've only like a handful of times I've missed the show, like in years. You know what I mean?
As a matter of fact, count. Actually, I think you can count on one hand how many times you've been on the show. So
for me to be absent for like 2 weeks, kind of was like breaking my brain, dude. Like it really was. But you know what's even crazier than that? Like, there's been so many things that have been just falling into place, like almost like I'm supposed to be there for that purpose or that reason, like on the things that I've been doing on time. And it's so crazy because the other day I stopped at a Walmart in McAllen and I ran into John, man.
Wow.
Holy shit, dude. Like, and that's because I run into Fredward, Fredward from RGV Titan Radio, like all the time, dude.
And honestly, man, I haven't seen Fredward in years, dude. And I miss Fredward, bro.
Yep.
Where's he at now?
He's in Edinburgh. He's doing his stuff. He went back to like cooking and stuff. He's a chef.
Good stuff.
And I know like he likes the entertainment world. Like he really does. And he wanted to break into it in some way. And for what it was, like I really love the work that he did with RGV Titan Radio and keeping the Valley like podcasting and the music scene and all that stuff.
Dude, I mean, he gave us our start, dude. He gave us our start. He gave us our platform, man. Fredward is always going to be an average boy in my opinion. He was one of the originals. He was a guy that trusted us to produce something good and
we're still here, man.
I mean he put a lot of faith into us, dude, and I'm always gonna love Fredward.
Yeah. It's super cool. Like I usually run into Fred and Christina, his wife, like, and I'll see them and it's so good to see them. I love them both.
Oh, they finally got married?
Well, yeah. And
good shit, dude. Good shit.
Yeah, it's been really good. And then but I ran into John.
We've been at this for about 6 years now, man.
I think
I started in 9. I think I started on the pod in 19.
Mm-hmm. So no, and now it's because I was doing it already before you, like 2 through 3 years. Yeah.
No, for about 9 months. Yeah, for about 9 months.
Yeah, because John was with me for a minute. John, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, so it was really cool. Like I hadn't seen John in shit since you started. So like to be like, holy fuck, dude! Like I hadn't seen you in so long, John. You know,
I think we had one episode with him.
Yeah,
with him and me.
With it, yeah, with both of you in it. Yeah, because we were getting you introduced to like the way that we were running it and stuff, just to kind of like run through it. It was so cool though to just run into him and catch up. And he goes, "Man, it's crazy. You have a lot more grays." And I was like,
Sixers will do that.
Yeah, Sixers will do that, man.
Sixers will do that.
And he told me, he goes, he was like, but you know what? Like, I see you guys are still there doing it, and I'm so proud of you guys. And I was like, hey man, well, thank you so much, bro. Like, you know, I just wanted to carry on, man. I wanted to be that wayward son for everybody and do some good shit. You know what I mean? So
yeah,
it was really, really nice to run into him. But yeah, man. Other than that, fuck. The video games are popping off. What else, dude? Helldivers has been still pulling shit. I love Helldivers for a game. The Accountant 2, and yeah, I didn't get to finish The Last of Us. Did you get to watch The Last of Us?
I did not. Did not, dude.
Yeah, Derpy was really hype about it.
I ain't gonna front.
It was real crazy because Derpy and Brian were really hyped, but I feel like you literally felt the momentum of the movie when or this TV show when Pedro Pascal died. Like once that shit happened,
dude,
like,
you know,
dude.
yeah, man, and it's true, dude. You know, like it's not that Pedro Pascal like carried the show for me, but
Ballerina.
Oh yeah, dude. You know, fucking Ballerina. I need to go see it.
Yeah.
Fucking.
Yo, David, what's up, my dude?
You know, and dude, and on top of that, dude, people, I'm not sure if people know, but there's actually a John Wick documentary. It's called Wick is Pain.
Wick is Pain? That's awesome.
Yeah, Wick is Pain because John Wick almost wasn't made. Eva Longoria actually donated like $6 million to the movie, or invested $6 million into the movie. Yeah, like they were $6 million over budget, and she gave $6 million to the movie to keep it going, and it turned into one of the largest action franchises in the past, like, I don't know, 20 years.
Do we need to donate money to Eva Longoria for saving it?
Oh, dude, I'm sure her return on investment was like hundreds of millions.
Millions of percent. Splitgate 2 is getting crapped on right now. Why? Is it
I was never a big fan of Splitgate, so
that's the one that has the Portals vibe, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, I thought it was a cool concept for what it's worth, but that's gonna be a hard fucking sell because that's a lot of mechanics for a fucking shooting game.
Yeah.
And I keep telling people it's so weird. Like I said, I play Helldivers. I think Helldivers is a G game. I have fun. There's no versus mode. You just go in and just shoot shit. You get out of work and you're just like, yo, I want to hit it with the homies. I just want to kill some bugs or whatever. And it works. It does exactly what it needs to do. And the game is fantastic. They just did a super crazy plot where whatever they have, like factions of villains, right? They have like robots, aliens, and bugs, like Starship Troopers. So it's like literally Starship Troopers, Terminators, or the
microtransactions. Got it.
The guy hyped it up and made it free, but they are selling the different portal colors for like $30. Who the fuck?
Fuck you, colors, dude. Fuck you.
You're pay to win,
dude. Speaking of, man, did you hear that the fucking Black Panther game was canceled?
They fucking fired the whole studio. It's not even canceled.
Yeah, dude.
Yo, but even wilder than that, a white Black Panther, dude.
Oh yeah,
dude. Hail Hydra, dude. This is their moment, dude. They're running with it, baby.
Honestly, I saw that and I could not stop laughing.
Yeah, dude. I mean, we've joked about this shit for so long, man.
Yeah.
Like, you know, it was like, this goes back to the Hail Hydra situation, which puts us in a position in the comic book of Black Panther, because I guarantee they've touched base on everything that they could be. Look, Alex is like, I'm so proud of Marvel. For one moment, I'm proud of them for fucking...
Dude, right? And like, this time, I was just like, thank you.
It's dicey, but I'm about it. I'm here for the fucking chaos.
Yeah, dude. For this, I was just like, this is purely for the lulz. and I am so fucking about it.
I'm here though. I'm here for the fucking chaos of it.
Yeah, dude.
I'm here for it.
I saw this and I was just like, I wonder how many people are gonna scree over this. Just fucking
That's
lose
fucking
it,
funny, dude. Yo, but what? Okay, so there's oh man, it's so fucking wild, dude. The way the internet, they're like, yo, so T'Challa was under that white meat or what?
Yeah,
like,
dude, man. Had to break him
it
off a piece of that white chocolate.
Vulgar, dude.
Yeah,
Reddit
dude.
and all that shit is vulgar, man. It's so crazy because we've talked, and it's already getting dumb, dude. They're talking about how what's that fucking Ryan Gosling guy's been talked about?
Yeah,
Dude.
Yeah, dude.
No, my
I'm
God,
all
bro.
about it, dude.
Can
Please
you imagine?
let it happen.
Yo,
Let it happen, dude.
Triggs, can you
Dude,
imagine
no.
Secret Wars?
What I would, yeah, if
Comes
I
out
would
of the
love it
portal
even
with
more,
Namor?
I would love it even better if fucking T'Chaka had an illegitimate white child.
Oh, dude.
And his name was like M'Baku or something like that,
M'Baku or
dude.
something?
And yeah,
I'm dying,
some
dude.
shit, dude.
I'm dying,
Dude.
bro.
I would fucking love it, bro.
Yo, I was even talking to, I don't know who I was talking to about this the other day, but I was like, can you imagine fucking Black Panther with the glove, the Infinity Gauntlet comes out with Namor out of the portal with the dead, and he's like, fucking Doom says, I thought you were dead, and then his fucking helmet nanomachines off and it's Ryan Gosling. And he's like, no, my father is, but I continue. And then he's like, dude, I would die, dude. I would fucking die if Ryan Gosling comes out in the live action as a Black Panther, dude. That would be ridiculous, dude.
I would just, all of me would be like, yes, dude. This is what I needed.
That's
dude, Ezra Miller as the new
Ezra Miller. Jesus Christ, Vince, always Vince with Ezra Miller's,
dude. Just throwing old white ladies.
But like, it's so crazy because you know what? This is like really, really, it's really close to the, like I said, the Hail Hydra with Captain America. They've done every possible like fun, normal, vanilla like story you could come up with, and you have to be edgy. Like edgy was making Captain America a Nazi or a Hydra agent. It was making Thor unworthy and giving it to Jane Foster. The edgiest edge you can fucking do. And what is it? You make the black king of Wakanda a white fucking dude. Like, again, Deadpool had been the throne before, and so had Phil Coulson. So we've already had white Black Panthers in some consideration, but this is like breaking the bank, bro. Like he takes his helmet off and he's got like long, luscious blonde hair, baby blue eyes, like, and he's like, "What's up, baby?" Like, dude, fucking wild, man. I think,
dude, the sheesh moment, dude. The sheesh.
That's funny. That's fucking. Oh no, dude. And it's so funny because. I haven't even heard many people complain about it. Triggs, like, I haven't heard people complain about it.
Dude, honestly, I really think that it's kind of being kept under the rug. Because dude, I haven't seen anybody report on it.
No, it's all over the place, bro. It made national news today.
I know, but like, dude, that's the thing. Like, dude, not even fucking Rob Jefferson has fucking reported on this.
Nobody's talking about it.
Yeah, dude. Comic Historian hasn't even fucking, talked about this, dude. Yeah. They're the largest people on the fucking platform.
White Black Panther. Man, dude, what a time we live in, dude.
Yeah, dude.
We're about to get
dude, and I'm all good with Nazi Captain America.
Yeah.
But dude, black, like white Black Panther?
Yeah. It'd be like a Russian M'Baku, dude.
Yeah, dude.
Russian M'Baku. You just fucking take the Guardian and make him fucking.
Dude, that makes me think of. Have you ever seen Nobody?
Nobody.
The one with the guy from
Better Call Saul.
Yeah, Better Call Saul.
Yeah.
There's a Black Russian.
Oh yeah. But isn't that the name of a drink or something?
Well, there's a White Russian, but yeah, there's a Black Russian.
There's a Black Russian as a drink also.
Yeah, it's just vodka and Kahlua.
That's crazy, man. Shit, what else is out there, man? I don't even know what else has popped off.
Hey,
It's been a crazy week, bro. A crazy fucking week. But straight up. Yeah, other than that, we had the Switch release. Oh, I see the Xbox Asus.
Yeah.
Yeah, it came up right now on my feed. Dope, man. But yeah, other than that, like I said, I got Marvel vs. Capcom Championships Fighting Game 2 or whatnot. Oh, hey, you know what, Javi, man, good fucking call. Fortnite got a Superman update. They finally got Robin, the Tim Drake Robin in Fortnite, but they're doing like a big Star Wars thing, bro, like a Star Wars in space. Like you can fly an X-Wing or like one of the fucking the Sith fucking TIE
fighters.
Yeah, bro, you can do that shit. You can fight in space in Fortnite, bro. Like what the fuck? Like they had an AI.
Okay.
They had an AI Darth Vader that was off the chain last month, dude. They had to cancel that bitch because they had that guy saying weird shit, man. That Darth Vader saying he like big booty Latinas and shit like that. I think they had him saying some racial shit, I think, over the top too.
Right, dude. I hate N-words.
Yeah, pretty much, dude. Darth Vader was off, man. But yeah, man. Over than that, then I don't think we have anything else, man. It was fucking so cool. Dude. I really appreciated everybody coming online. We're like till midnight and we got people still hanging with us, man. We appreciate you guys.
Right, dude.
Oh, yeah. Alex says Fortnite got a little bit more fun, but I don't see how Superman update's gonna make it fun. I mean, it's just, you know, Superman's in it. They used to have Batman or whatever. So yeah, AI Brainiac in Fortnite though. Really, is he racist too? Is he racist like Darth Vader? Jesus Christ. He was talking shit to like Emperor Palpatine. It was so funny, bro.
Right.
It was so funny.
Fascist.
Yeah. That's so wild, dude. Night Owls over here. Yeah, straight ham. Like I had told the boys I got out of a wrestling event earlier with Combat Cult. Shout out to Combat Cult. They put an amazing show at the CNR. But I got out super fucking late. And I told the boys, I was like, man, it's late. Brian and Derpy, they're from out of town and they're like an hour ahead of us. They're in the future. So I was like, what do we do, bro? And Derp was like, yeah, I'll jump on. Brian was like, nah, man, I'm fucking toast. Like, you guys take it. And Triggs was like, yo, I'm still good. Let's go. I got some shit I want to talk about or whatever. And it was just so nice to be able to get back on and talk to everybody and just chat and do stuff. And you know what? I don't know if you see it on your phone, Triggs, but the comments are like right on our fucking screen. Like
I don't actually like, yeah. So I mean, like, the way that I'm seeing it is
like Twitch.
The way that the way that I'm seeing it, I'd have to probably be on my laptop for that.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, no, I'm seeing it the way that I usually did when I was on SteamYard.
So shout out to SteamYard for making a really cool OS. So like, right, you know how on ours it's the full screen, 1080p. Yeah. Then it shows my screen on the left, your screen on the right. Well, right on the right bottom of our screen, all the comments come up in like a overlay. That's kind of like see-through. So now if people are watching the stream, they can see the fucking comments right away. That is so G, man. Shout out to fucking StreamYard for all
StreamYard, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah, man. They're always doing amazing
stuff. Coming in clutch, dude.
Straight. Ham says, what about Doom the Dark Ages? Oh, I heard it was good. The storyline, dude. The storyline for Doom.
I heard that it really, really like kind of drives home Doomslayer's like backstory.
I want to say that the only thing I heard that was bad was a lot of people are complaining that they took away like the fatalities that he was doing.
Oh yeah, the like
they watered it down.
The finisher kills.
Mm-hmm. I heard that was the only thing a lot of people were complaining about, but the story wise, like you can't fuck with the Doom guy, man. He's crazy good. Shout out to the Doom guy, my man. I bet, dude, the Doom games have always been fucking hard. Doom Eternal was a fucking masterful game. Same thing with Bolt Gun. I've been playing Bolt Gun on the Switch also. That's a fun game.
Speaking of games like that, you know what game I actually kind of want to buy on Steam because I think it's on sale right now is Bulletstorm.
Hey, Bulletstorm's good. Oh, not only that, I don't know if anybody knows Borderlands 3. Borderlands 2 or 3? 2? Which I don't know which one. One of them's free right now. And it's worth it because it's the fun one. Borderlands 2, I think. It's so worth it. Borderlands 2 is super fun. Borderlands. I got to ask about that. And I got my gamers in the chat too, man. What do you guys feel about $80 video games?
Hard sell.
Borderlands fucking 5 is supposed to be $80, and the fucking guy creating it was like, "Yeah, people will buy it. Yeah, they'll buy it. If you're fans, you'll buy it." I was like, "Man,
figure it out,
you, dude."
Fucking dude, if you're a fan, if you're a fan, you're gonna buy the game.
Alex, you think it's fine for $80, dude? Like, but then what stops them from making games $100? I don't know, man. Like Ham says, if you're a fan, then you don't care. Like then you're not gonna care if it's that much. You're just gonna buy it anyways. Yeah, I really don't think you tell like a parent or like an uncle to be like, "Yo, can you buy me this game for my birthday?" And it's $80. I'm gonna think they're gonna be like, "Yo, go cut some yards, bitch." Like, there's
I'll go halvesies with you. Yeah, we'll go halvesies on it or some shit, dude. You know, how about that? Back in my day.
Tariff laws too. Wait, how do tariffs work on video games? Do tariff work on video game?
Well, I mean, in a sense, yes. The plastics for for the cartridges or the silicone on the chipsets, all of those are foreign companies, man.
Systems.
Maybe, but that's still production cost.
So that's what brings the hawk price up for the video games?
I'm not gonna say yes, but I mean, who the fuck knows, dude? That and production costs, man. Even just to make the game what it is, like
how much was Wukong? Black Wukong? That's got to be like a $50 game, maybe, right?
Right now, probably it's probably a $60 game.
Yeah, and like Black Wukong when it came out, I think it's probably the same price it was when it came out.
Yeah, but it's gone on sale a few times though.
Black. Like, woo. Oh man, thank God I don't have it open, man. Black Wukong kind of came out weird. Yeah, I couldn't find it. The search of this game is so rough, dude. But no, even with that, like Black Wukong, I think was like maybe $50, maybe at the max, right?
Well,
I would instantly pay for that over Borderlands 5 because I know Borderlands is going to be the same shit. Like, has games quality wise and story wise in the last like 3 years been at the way that they could hike it up to $80, dude?
For some of them, absolutely.
Yeah. Like, what about like, okay, what about Dark Souls? Would you pay $80 for Dark Souls?
Oof. I would for Elden Ring. Elden Ring had a fucking beautiful story.
Depend on the game.
Yeah.
But that's the thing. Like, once you kind of open the gate to these situations, then every other game's just going to follow suit because they're going to be like, well, that game sucks and they're at $80 and people bought it. I'm going to change mine to $80 because they're going to buy it. And then we're in a situation because we folded to these large corporation video games that are making these games and they just change the price for no apparent reason because we're paying for half of the game and then we have to wait for a DLC we still got to put money behind. I remember when I was buying Battlefield 2 and it was $60 with a $40 Game Pass, $60 Game Pass, and I was spending $120 on money and a Battle Pass or whatever the fuck, right, on a game. And you were getting some stuff, but it was estimated the idea that once you spent that $120, you never have to pay for the DLCs ever again. Yeah. We're gonna spend that money originally at $80, and then they're gonna be like later, oh, DLC coming out, you have to buy this shit, right? Like, that's rough, dude. Nintendo hasn't been so hot with releasing constant new games, mainly just ports, yeah. And they're always doing like mobile style video games, right? EA did say they weren't going to be selling games for that. Yeah, because EA is getting fucked right now, dude. Right?
No, yeah, dude.
Yeah, EA
is the laughing stock of the fucking,
the gaming world. Yeah, but they're like everybody makes fucking fun of them because they're shit. GTA probably, 100% GTA. What do you think, GTA, right? Triggs, GTA, you think it's going to be 80? I think it's going to be a fucking $100.
Easily. Yeah, easily.
I think straight up it's $100, easy. I think they're going to come out $100. They're going to drop it and you're going to get like all these like, oh, if you do the 100, you're going to get this much credits. You're going to get this new car and you're going to get all these guns and They're gonna sell it at $100. You watch, dude. I already feel it, 100%. Yeah, Alex is like Battlefield 2042 freaking sucked. Yeah, you're not wrong. But you know what? Actually, like, what's crazy is it sounds super fucking stupid to say this, but if you jump on Battlefield 2042 right now, that's the way the game should have released. But like the game was like, yo, I'm gonna release it early and you're gonna love it.
Yeah,
And it
but
fucking
but
dude.
the same argument could be made with fucking Cyberpunk.
Mhm.
You know, like if you play Cyberpunk right now, dude, that game's fucking immaculate.
Yeah, it's gorgeous, it's beautiful.
Yeah,
The DLC is amazing.
but it did not release
But
like
it
that.
did
You
not
know,
come out that way, dude.
yeah,
But that's the problem, right?
yeah, and it sucks, dude. You know, like, and I'm not saying like, oh, that's just the reality of our situation, right? Because unfortunately it is, but it's just one of those things where very much like how we see in Hollywood, dude. I mean, like corporate greed is corporate greed wherever you go.
And I think it's something we should be like. It's so hard because you just can't though in this community. Like you can't get. Oh no, you can. I mean, we've done it before where we like, I don't know, we bullied the fuck out of a movie to change Sonic's eyeballs one time. Like, you know what I mean?
But that's like our only dub, dude.
That's like their only dub in this situation, right?
Yeah, like that's our only dub.
Like we would have to really get a lot of people together to be like, nah, we don't want to pay $80 for a game. We're already paying 60. Like we're already paying enough, and then we have to pay for a battle pass or an extinguished DLC that's going to come out within like the next
or microtransactions.
Yeah,
for the models that still have it.
Can you imagine all the companies that have fucked over people with microtransactions the last like fucking 8 years?
Oh my god, decade!
It's nuts, dude. Alex says you can tell with Cyberpunk that it improved, but not with Battlefield 2042. Yeah, you're not wrong, not wrong at all. But Battlefield, the new Battlefield. Have you seen the trailer for the new Battlefield they're releasing?
Oh yeah,
it looks good.
Dude, yeah, dude, it looks solid.
They're really
honestly, I think I might get 2042 just to say that I have it, and I might play it a little bit just to say that I did.
All right,
you know, like it's one of those things where like I kind of just need to like start doing my due diligence, on certain things. Like right now, like if I'm gonna be completely honest, like I can't PC game very well. My computer is down. I am actually currently in the middle of rebuilding a brand new PC.
Nice.
So it's gonna be a monster, dude. Ryzen 9 7950 X3D, 128 gigs of RAM. I'm looking at least 4 TB of storage. A 5080. If I can source one.
Yeah, straight.
It's gonna be a monster, dude. It's gonna be a monster. But right now I'm using our gaming laptop and stuff like that. But dude, you know what? It's a fucking honker, dude. And and I'm a gamer, through and through. And you know what, dude? Like honestly, Alex, I think that's a fair, assessment. It's like keep your expectations low until you play it, and then boom, at least you're not let down, right?
Yeah, if you go with if you're going with the bar super low, everything's impressive.
All right. But yet again, kind of like how you try and not exactly play devil's advocate, but more of just that. Yeah, I totally know what you mean, Alex. Is the it shouldn't have to be like that. It shouldn't be like that. And I know, and I think that's like Chris has moved on from like the Chris jaded persona, but more like now in line of like the purity of the soul of like the medium isn't there anymore.
I'm not here for nice, dude. I'm here for chaos, baby. I'm here to just be like, I'm here to punch.
No, but like that's what I mean, dude. Like the purity and the soul of like the medium isn't there anymore. Of movies.
Yeah, I feel like, you know what it is? It's the idea of knowing that there's supposed to be like art behind this. Like it's not like nowadays it feels like people are just putting shit out. Like the Extraction video games right now, like everyone's doing it. The 2D scrollers that look like what's that dude's name? Scott Pilgrim. Everyone's doing it. The side scroller Ninja Gaiden game, everyone's doing it.
Well, fucking dude, looter shooters and
shooters, everyone.
Gotcha games and fucking, I get it, dude. Like there's no innovation,
Yeah, that's literally what it is. And for what people ask, especially with this idea of like the price hike that might be coming up within the next like 2 or 3 years, like you kind of are wanting for the it's I don't know if you got to see, but there was like a game show award that just popped off like 2 days ago.
Yeah.
And all the games that came out were like literally everything we've been asking for in fucking video games. And I don't know if like what if like you said, these capitalistic like big companies, what if they all just purposely shit the bed for 2 years to make us get our expectations low, like you were saying, just to give us mediocre and then us believe that it's the most greatest shit on the planet. Like we liked the Thunderbolts, and that was like mid compared to what we were getting in the very beginning of what Marvel was giving. You know what I mean? Like, what if they did it on purpose?
I agree, but like in the context of the Thunderbolts had like the same soul about it, right?
Yeah, it felt good.
Like yeah, like it was one of those where like, dude, it like it hit hard. Like it aimed to be like a Winter Soldier
Yeah.
or or fucking Civil War or something like that.
Mhm.
But kind of missed its mark a little bit. But you
But
know
not
what, dude?
bad.
Like it's but yeah, but it didn't miss it by much, dude. That like this is one of those movies that I saw and I was like, this is what my MCU used to be.
Yeah, it should be like, yeah, it should be like, or at
Yeah,
least should be, right?
and I had so much fucking fun with it.
Yeah.
So much fun with it, dude. And you know what, man? Like we got hitters in that movie, dude. Hitters, bro. Fucking David Arbor, fucking Florence Pugh,
Mhm.
goddamn Wyatt Russell.
Yeah, the crowd, the cast
Yeah,
was
dude.
amazing, bro.
We got fucking Lewis Pullman.
Yep.
Dude, we got
We ate.
hitters, bro.
We ate, baby.
But man, yeah, honestly, for $80, I would play Obscure 33.
Oh yeah,
Like Expedition
I heard
33.
it's really
Dude,
good.
and that game is so fucking good.
I
That
heard it's
game is
good.
fucking excellent, bro.
Yeah. And you know what's crazy? I think you said this really earlier, and I mean we'll kind of bring it to a close with this, but you made a really good point when you said like that you preferred Thunderbolts instead of the Captain America movie, right?
Which
Mind
is
you, mind you,
crazy.
both of these movies were made around the same time by two different studios, though, mind you, right? That's fine. But around the same time in the same universe about the same story because literally it's just Marvel shit. It's not individual stories anymore when it overarchingly takes over the whole ideal. And I prefer what they did with the Thunderbolts way more than I did with the Captain America movie.
Yeah,
I saw the Captain America
because
movie in the plane and I was like, yo, I'll jump, bitch. Don't challenge me. Like, I'll jump out of this fucking plane, dude.
yeah, dude, because like even though they called it Captain America, it was basically a fucking you know a Hulk sequel.
Hulk movie. The
Yeah,
Hulk movie.
and like and you can't convince me otherwise.
Yeah.
Like I mean, I've seen every single fucking Marvel movie in
From here to the sun.
existence. Yeah, from beginning to end.
Mhm.
Every single one of them, from the inception of the MCU and even before till now.
Yep. 100%.
And Thunderbolts was the better product.
Straight.
And Thunderbolts was the clear better product.
Yeah. And it makes me want to see like what they're gonna do with these characters, even though like
exactly.
Yeah.
That's the thing though, dude.
Yeah.
You don't give a fuck what's gonna happen
I
with
don't
Sam
care about
Wilson.
anything. I don't even
I
care if
don't
Red
give
Hulk's
a
in Secret Wars.
Yeah, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
But I want to know what's gonna happen with Yelena. I
Yeah.
want to know what's gonna happen with
Sentry.
Sentry.
Yeah.
I want to know what's gonna happen with Red Guardian.
Yeah.
I
Do
don't give
you
a I
now?
don't give a fuck about like even the new Falcon, dude. And
Yeah.
I mean, he's a homeboy.
And we love Anthony Mackie. I think he did an amazing job with the Falcon as MCU Falcon. Brought a whole new breath of fresh air to the character throughout the comic book history and all this stuff. They haven't really done anything with the Falcon ever since Anthony Mackie came in, which, I mean, I love the guy. I think he's amazing. But I was going to ask you a real quick question. The Sentry, do you think they're going to use him for the Hyperion role with Thor now?
Yeah.
You feel it, right?
That like it would be the more apt it would be the more apt thing to
It
do.
works.
Um I remember you said something and like you gave us this weird fucking prediction.
Mhm.
And I was just like, I would modify things here and here. But yeah, I mean, I can see that happening because it falls within the lines of the MCU and it would have to be that.
Yeah, because they can't really introduce a whole ass other team like the fucking the what is it?
Multiversal Avengers.
Yeah,
And,
well, I think they're gonna use the Guardians as the multiversal Avengers and the Annihilators. I think they're gonna use.
I mean, honestly, dude, who knows at this point? Because it's one of those, it's one of those things where you're kind of like,
it's kind of up in the air, man.
Yeah,
really
we have to, dude, we gotta let things play out.
Yeah,
it's we
I think
don't fucking know.
I think with the way they entered the Thunderbolts with the after credit scene, the way that they put the Sentry, I think he needs someone to teach him to be a hero, and I think that's going to be Thor. And that was like the whole story with Hyperion too, if you think about it. Minus that it wasn't about his like confidence, but it was about him just knowing how to be a hero. And I think that's how they're going to do it with the Sentry. Like he needs like someone tough, like a big brother role model. And I think it's going to be Thor. And I think they're going to do the next movie Thor, and it's going to be called Time Runs Out.
Dude, but that's the thing. He's not it's not even slated.
I know it's not, but I know it's probably going to do that. If not, it'll be. I think Doctor Strange is going to go out there and fight the Ivory Kings.
Honestly, I don't think he's going to fight the Ivory Kings. I think what's going to happen is his next movie is probably going to deal with the Sinner's Market.
Yeah, I can see that. Or maybe he needs that to fight the Ivory Kings, like because he uses that against World War Hulk, right?
No. He goes to the Sinner's Market for absolute power, to fight the Black Priests.
There you go. Yeah, maybe I was thinking the Ivory Kings were the Black Priests. I know that's something.
Yeah. Well, like he does originally, yes, for the Ivory Kings, but after a while, he gets enough power to essentially take over the Black Priests, and use them as like his army. Yeah,
as conduit or something. I could see that being something. Maybe it might even be something like that, like Doctor Strange, the Sinner's Market or whatever. Mm-hmm. But I kind of feel like Thor is going to be like the Time Runs Out thing, and that's how we're going to get it. And the Time Runs Out's going to be the that ending scene, like that's where it all ends, and then Secret War begins. The bromance, bro. We're getting close, Triggs. We're getting close.
It's a possibility, man.
It's touching. I feel like it's like touchable. I feel like it's touchable. But Triggs, thank you very much, man. It's late. It's 12:30. Yeah. What a great conversation. Cool keeping up with everybody at night, dude.
Yeah,
I'm gonna do some more of these midnight shits when we can't sleep, dude. Us fucking racking our brains all night.
Dude, for real.
All right,
man. I'm actually gonna work on my office as soon as we get off of this, man. Yeah, yep. I'm gonna unfuck my office. I'm gonna hang out with my doggies.
I'm just gonna go cry. Be good. I'm just gonna get a good cry.
Hey, man. Sometimes you need it, dude.
Yeah, just to get ready for the week.
Right.
Guys, everybody that's out there, thank you guys so much for tuning in with us and being a part of this. We appreciate every one of you to our extraordinary listeners. Thank you guys for tuning in. Next week, more reasonable time, you freaking crazy night owls, man. Next Sunday will be on normal time, starting at 8 p.m. Central. Derpy and Brian, it'll be 9 o'clock for them. We'll be more reasonable, an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at the max. But yeah, I can't wait to get back on the show with you guys full. And Triggs, thank you so much, brother. And Derp,
no problem at all, Papa.
Derp's probably sleeping with the babies and the angels and shit. Thanks, Derp, if you're out there, Mr. Entertainment. Don't forget to follow him, guys. Appreciate you guys. You guys have a good night. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We love you. Laters.